the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show. Good morning, South Africa, and wherever you are watching us from, coming to you live from Cape Town and Josie this morning. Myself, Ewan Stratham, and my beautiful co-host, Carissa. Looking beautiful. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
It is Klein Vrydag. I can't believe the weekend is here.
Jeez.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I kind of live for the weekend. I'm
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Okay,
We got to
Are we
live
there
for the
yet?
weekend just a little bit, as long as we enjoy the present moment.
Yeah.
Let's start the day with some wisdom.
Oh, I like
I didn't
this.
expect to pass on some wisdom, but there
Yeah.
it is. Take it or leave it. But it is indeed a very important month, as October marks Breast Cancer Awareness
That's
Month.
right. It's significant. Let me tell you why. It's a month to raise awareness and also reduce the stigma of breast cancer through things like education on symptoms as well as treatments, which is so incredibly important. And I think most importantly, Ewan, early detection really can save lives. So today we're donning our pink ribbons just to, of course, commemorate all of those that have either lost their lives or are fighting that good fight of breast cancer.
Yeah, let's cross over to Zanele in Johannesburg. Say good morning.
Good morning, my friends. And you're so right about us having that important conversation around breast cancer awareness. This is why we wear the pink ribbon. It is a simple pink ribbon affixed with a pin that allows everyone to know that we indeed are supporting those of our loved ones who are sadly battling breast cancer. But also, on top of that, it is the universal symbol for breast cancer. And my friends, I hope that you are ready for us to go on this journey together this morning, because we're having those important conversations around it and allowing those who are in that situation to know that they are not on their own. But my Cape Town family, I need to ask you, of course, with that really great conversation is a whole lot more. Are you guys ready for everything else that's going to be happening? Can I tell you the good morning post?
I would love to know what we are talking about on social media. But yes, we are ready. Let's get this Thursday, Klein Vrydag, underway.
Let's go.
Beautiful. Expresso family, we want to see you all over the social media streets. Come and join us. This is the conversation. It is all about us and boosting our batteries, my friend, because that energy, it does get low. And this is why we want to know, whenever your energy is completely depleted, you're running on empty. In Xhosa, we call it, it's bad. Your tire's flat. What do you do to boost your energy? What is that thing that helps you out a little bit just to feel a little bit more rejuvenated than you did a few seconds ago? I know for me, an energy booster of note, it's even been scientifically proven, my friend, Yabo. It is to watch your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's true. Yeah. This was proven at the University of Zanele Patalwa, if you must know. We'll let you know more about just the findings later on. However, this is about you. Hashtag Expresso Show, and let us know on voice notes so that we can help boost each other's moods and each other's energies as well. 063-408-8863. Whenever your energy is completely depleted, what helps to boost your mood and gets you through? Let us know right here on Expresso. For now, let's get into those news headlines with Carissa.
I'll tell you one thing, what boosts my mood is seeing that beautiful face, Sanele. Thank you so much. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's delve into your national news first, where Police Minister Senzo Mdluli informed Parliament that the Lusikisiki massacre seems to have been coordinated from within a prison. Now, 4 suspects have been arrested, while authorities await the 5th to surrender. Another suspect, believed to be the mastermind, is already incarcerated. Mdluli reported that public assistance came quickly after the SAPS released images of the accused. 1 suspect has appeared in court and 3 were arrested on Tuesday. Mdluli noted that Lusikisiki has been a hotspot for criminal activity for over a year. Sticking to national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has designated Pastor Ray Macaulay's funeral as a special provincial official funeral Category 2, following a request from Gauteng Premier Paniaza Lesufi. Macaulay, a pioneering religious leader and founder of Rhema Bible Church, was known for promoting racial integration even during apartheid. Now, he established over 500 churches worldwide and saw more than 10,000 Bible school graduates. Macaulay passed away last week at 75. His funeral will be held on Saturday at Rhema Bible Church North at 8 a.m. Looking further afield at your international news making headlines, a fuel tanker exploded late Tuesday night in northern Nigeria, resulting in at least 147 fatalities among those who rushed to collect fuel. The incident occurred in the town of Aba, where a large crowd gathered around the tanker, which had overturned and began leaking fuel. Eyewitnesses reported a massive fire engulfing the area, leading to widespread panic. Now, many of the victims were burned beyond recognition. The local government has since called for an investigation into the incident to prevent similar tragedies in the future. Meanwhile, London Mayor Michael Mainelli has stated that Britain's exit from the European Union has cost the city's financial centre approximately 40,000 jobs. He noted that other cities, including Dublin, have benefited by attracting around 10,000 financial sector professionals, while European cities like Milan, Amsterdam and Paris have gained. Describing Brexit as disastrous, Mainelli emphasised that the financial centre, which spans approximately 2.5 square kilometres and houses the Bank of England, along with numerous international banks, employed 525,000 workers in 2016 and a number significantly lower today. Now we close up with this story all about our nature, where Deputy Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Bernice Swartz, is poised to make a bold environmental statement by relaunching the presidential 10 million tree program, with the ambitious goal of planting 1 million trees in a single day. Now, this initiative aims to raise environmental awareness as well as action. During National Arbor Month, Swartz planted the first 30 trees in the Forest of Freedom at Freedom Park, commemorating 30 years of South Africa's freedom and democracy. With 6,000 trees already planted this month, the initiative is a call to all sectors of society to unite in conserving and planting trees, securing a greener, healthier future for generations to come. Plant a tree today, Swartz urged, and I urge you to do that as well. Every little bit counts to help our environment and also just the look of the earth around us. That's where we leave your news for now. Let's head into your sports with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's quickly take a look at your major sports stories going into your Thursday morning. Starting off with some rugby news. SA Rugby has proposed its special general meeting to vote on a proposed R1.3 billion private equity deal with the US-based Ackley Sports Group. Now, the decision follows a request by Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, to allow more time for government consultation. The meeting, originally set for today, will be rescheduled. The proposal has sparked a debate among the unions, with 7 of the 14 unions requesting a delay to address concerns. And staying with rugby news, the Bulls received a boost as a United Rugby Championship disciplinary committee overturned the red card given to David Kriel in their 29-19 victory over Ospreys. Now, Kriel was sent off for a handoff that struck a defender's throat, sparking debate among officials and fans. Now, despite the setback, the Bulls regrouped to secure the win. With his exoneration, Kriel is expected to start in the Bulls' next match against the Scarlets in Lanelli. Over to some cricket news this morning. The International Cricket Council has inducted 3 cricketing legends into the Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2024. The latest inductees are Alistair Cook, Neetu David and South African icon A.B. de Villiers. Now, de Villiers, widely regarded as one of the game's greatest players, captained the Proteas in all formats. His exceptional performances include a stunning 162 of 66 balls at the 2015 World Cup. Now, despite retiring 3 years ago, his impact on the sport continues to rank him among cricket's all-time best. Congratulations to A.B. de Villiers and the rest there as well. And staying with cricket, for the first time in over 40 years, the Ashes series in Australia will not kick off at the Gabba. Now, Cricket Australia confirmed Perth as the venue for the opening test of the 2025-26 series. Now, Brisbane will host its first ever day-night Ashes test from December the 4th through till the 8th. Now, the series will then move to Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney, marking a significant change in the Ashes tradition. The last time the Ashes opener was away from the Gabba was in 1982 at the WCA in Perth. That is where we leave your sport headlines for now. We'll take another look at your sports stories at 7 o'clock. Right now, let's get a first take on our weather, see what we need to prep for today.
Here's exactly what you need to prep for, Mzansi. Getting into what the South African Weather Service has said. They've issued a warning for severe storms expected across several regions today. These storms, accompanied by strong winds, heavy downpours and possible hail, are likely to affect the western and southern parts of the Free State, the western northwest, the extreme northeastern Northern Cape, and the eastern interior of the Eastern Cape. Additionally, damaging winds and waves, which could disrupt harbours and ports, are forecast between East London and Durban. Extremely high fire danger conditions are anticipated in the central Northern Cape and the Sundays River Valley in the Eastern Cape. Caution is advised in all affected areas, so please do be careful. However, we always say don't be careful with that camera. No, we need to see those views in this beautiful morning that we get to spend together. We want you to please snap what you see, particularly your sunrise, and send it in on 063-408-8863. I always call it your country duty, and we just want to see what you're waking up to. So please send us your sunrise view, and let's show the rest of the country. Right about now, let's check out what's happening with your temperatures so you know how to dress, honey.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you right now, when it comes to warmer weather, everything that I crave has got to do with citrus and something fresh. So I'm gonna pour myself some juice as I tell you what is still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I've got tons for you. Now recently, something was released. SABC One has always got you covered when it comes to really good entertainment. And there's this drama series that I have to tell you about. It is called DiChipi by Jiggy Zinto, and it is so fabulous. It's gonna have a couple of your faves and some new faces as well that you're going to want to get into. We'll tell you more about that after the break. Not only that, as you grab your coffee or maybe also an orange juice, we're also going to get into the kitchen once again with Tastemaster Junior's contestant. His name is Quinley Wild, and I can't wait to see what he's got. I heard something around an apple cake. Haven't quite heard of this one before, but I know it's something we're going to enjoy together. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, grab some juice, and I'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it is indeed your Feel Good Breakfast show, and I can think of many reasons why it's a good morning. Firstly, I mean, we're together. Secondly, we've got queens with us on set today, and I am so excited for us to get to know these beautiful ladies. Why? Because they are the brand new stars of SABC1's new comedy drama called DiChipi by Chikizinto, rather. And you heard from Carissa how, listen, SABC1 has always got you, my love. And tonight, it is the beginning of a journey with incredible ladies who I believe are going to be taking things to new heights. Why? Because comedy drama is something that isn't always around, right? But they've just put a different twist on what this exactly is. And when we talk about the actual storyline, it's three friends who get into a little bit of trouble, get their community center into more trouble, and then, my friend, they spend their time trying to save it. And the community, well, how do they feel about them? You're going to have to watch to find out. The people who are leading this beautiful comedy drama series, I am talking about the two ladies who are sitting with us today. It is Lauren Smith, who plays Grace, and it is Kateko Mahamba, or forgive me, it is Mabunda, who plays the role of Nthabi Singh. And this morning, I am so excited because we not only get to know about their roles, but we also get to know about their incredible journeys. Everyone, let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Doing good, thank you.
That's good. I mean, guys, it's today, 6:30, like in less than 12 hours, I think.
So close.
It's right. Are you guys excited?
Of course. Very excited, but also very nervous.
Okay.
But mostly excited for
Okay.
people to see it.
Okay, I can't wait to see it because I know you ladies are just going to shine. I mean, just from the different things you've done before this. But let's talk about that. You, my queen, Western Cape's finest. Talk to us a little bit about where acting came from for you.
Acting came from, for me, I studied at the University of Pretoria, actually, and I graduated 2021. And as soon as I was done, I started working, and I'm so grateful to have had opportunities in the industry.
That's beautiful. Because sometimes people struggle too, but not you guys, okay? Hashtag DiChipi by Chikizinto. Because you, my love, Pretoria's finest, you've done a lot of things before this specific, production. Talk to us a little bit about the journey thus far in terms of acting. How's it been for you?
It's been very educational for me because I get to learn about myself in each role that I got.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been educational for me because I got to learn about my identity. You get.
Yes.
Yeah,
And what have you loved most about it?
Sorry?
What have you loved most about it?
I've loved tapping into different characters because I can just, put myself in the corner, stay there.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be this one.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
I love that.
I mean, I think that's the journey of being a thespian, right?
Yeah.
Where you're able to just tap into these different roles. And now you guys, Grace and Nthabi Singh, you're bringing those characters to life. What can people expect from DiChipi by Chikizinto?
Oh, they can expect a show filled with love, laughter, and it can be messy, and it can be so many things. Like, you can just see a beautiful journey of women who are resilient and capable and strong, and they can show you that, you know what, they're in a bind, but they can figure it out. They have each other to lean on, and they can grow through these experiences.
Yeah.
Really?
And also learn about the sexual health.
Oh, really? Is it like a little bit of an intersections on SABC1 again? Like, as in,
Educational.
Educational.
Yes,
Educational.
100%.
That's amazing, guys. I love that you guys have kind of mixed the entertainment part, but with the education as well, right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So, ladies, talk to me about your characters now. Lauren, let's start with you because your character is, a little bit timid, you, on the other hand, a little bit fierce here and there. Talk to us about the similarities between you and Grace.
I think Grace and I are very similar through our anxiety. Like, I struggle with bad anxiety, and so does she. And to the point where she doesn't even realize it. I think we're similar in that we can be very rigid. And it's like, okay, you need to relax. You need to try to be spontaneous. Try and enjoy life for what it's trying to give you. So, yeah, I think that's how we're similar.
Beautiful. And Kateko, what about you? You and Nthabi Singh, are you best friends? What are you?
Me and Nthabi Singh. If I could see Nthabi Singh as a full person, I think we'd be friends.
Okay.
We are similar in terms of socially awkward.
Okay.
But she's worse.
Yes.
And also with Nthabi Singh is that person that mostly lives in her head.
Okay.
And I think with that, it caused her to find when she makes shows most of the time, she laughs. You get she it's her relieving stress.
I get that.
Yeah,
I know people
better
like that in
laugh
real life.
than cry.
Yes.
So that's how I feel like we're similar. Just laugh it out.
I know so many people like, even I'm like that. Something bad happens.
Yeah.
We'll laugh it away. Because if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
You cry. And you wanna
Exactly.
laugh.
You know what I mean?
Now you're having a breakdown, sliding through the wall.
Anna, come on. Ain't none of that. But we're too pretty for that, okay?
Exactly.
But guys, you know, you mentioned the fact that there's a lot of education in this beautiful series. Talk to me about some of the themes that you guys touched on and what you hope the audience are going to take away from it.
I think the themes we discuss mental health, sexual and reproductive health, and financial stability.
And also identity.
And identity.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So I hope people can take away from specifically Grace's story, which is like mental health, that it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
And if you're not capable of asking for help, the people around you, they do see you and they do want to help you. So just lean on them.
Sure, that's a
Yeah.
powerful message, because a lot of the time you can feel alone in like a mental health battle, you know?
100%, yeah.
And what do you hope people take away from it, Thammy?
I hope that from the experiences of the characters, I hope the audience can see that and it will help them in their journeys.
Yes.
You see, if something happens, they'll be able to say, well, oh, if I do this, this might happen.
Yeah.
Or there's a certain information that we portrayed, so they may know how to maneuver in their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, ladies, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. It's a big thing to land a primetime show on SABC 1. Yeah. So well done. You better smile, okay? Yes, you guys are like, it's all yours. And thank you so much, because I feel like you guys are really just going to go on a beautiful journey with South Africa in terms of telling these stories. So congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And the lovely thing, Expresso family, is that you get to be part of it tonight. 6:30 on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. DiChipi by Zindo. It is a brand new comedy drama series on SABC 1. And I can tell you this much, from what the ladies have told us, from the little bits I've seen, from the things we've been told also here and there, genuinely, it is going to be worth the watch. Be there, 6:30, don't be late, ne? For now, though, let's head on over to check out what is happening in Cape Town. You and my love, what's going down?
Thanks, Zanele. Listen, I love it. It's brand new, fresh, exciting. So tune in 6:30 tonight on SABC 1. Right now, in the kitchen, we've got something exciting for you as well. Joining us right now is former contestant of Tastemaster Junior, Quinley Wild. Now, he's here to showcase his culinary creativity by sharing his very famous apple cake recipe. The man himself. How's it, Quinley? How are you doing?
How are you?
Man?
Yeah.
Good,
Well,
dude.
thank you.
I can't believe you're here. I've got so many questions for you.
Okay.
Let's start with why did you decide to do Tastemaster Junior?
Well, to be quite honest, I was not expecting it at all. It came up
Really?
on the radio, and I've had such a passion for cooking pretty much my entire life, you know, watching Gordon Ramsay growing up. And when I heard it, I was just like, geez, dude, this is the perfect show for me. So I entered it from the radio and went to the site. And here I am.
And here you are.
Yeah, it was just an amazing opportunity. I'm so excited to
And
be
you've
here.
never done something like this before, you know, ever.
Never. No.
What was it like? I mean, now you're stepping onto a film set. It's, you know, it's cameras, it's crew, it's judges, it's contestants.
Yeah, it's just stressful. Very stressful. Stressful, and some fun. You know, it was lovely being with the contestants, learning from other people that bake a lot, you know, sort of relating with them and their problems, and just seeing how we sort of match up in that way.
Yeah.
And it's just great. Great being on the show, but stressful
Yeah,
most of the
look,
time. Yeah.
I know how it goes with
Yes.
these cooking reality
Yeah.
shows, man. It really is stressful. But let's get into this recipe, because this is something that you claim is one of the best apple crumbles out there.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the recipe passed down from my great-grandmother, and she'd always just whip this up quickly, you know, because it's a quick, easy recipe to give to guests if they're coming over, like, late notice, you know.
I like
so
that.
What we're going to start with.
You tell me what to do, my friend. I'm following your lead.
So what you're going to do the hard work that I don't want to do. You're going to decore that apple. I don't
You're
know.
going to decore it. I think
Decore
that's
it?
the right terminology.
I
that
may
you
have
can
made that
use,
up,
yeah.
but
Have you
let's go
ever?
with it.
Do you guys still do this at school? You know, when you get the what do you call this? You know, this little top thing,
stem,
but
yeah,
the stem,
yeah.
when you twist it off, and depending on how many times you go down the alphabet A, B, C, how many times you turn it, and the letter that it breaks off on, that's the woman that you're going to be with,
Never.
the name is going to start with that. No,
Never even thought of that or done that in my life, but
you see,
something new.
That's it. So that's it. I'm married to an Adrian. So that's, you see, it came true.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
start. Okay, so I've never done this either, but I'm going to give it a go.
So I'm going to add my dry ingredients
Go for it.
over here.
Just talk us through there, my
Gonna
friend.
sift it in. Hopefully this goes to plan.
Do you want to see true art, my friend?
That's fantastic. No, that is great.
And do I peel it for you as well?
Yes, please. Yeah, just peel that and make sure it's done properly. 'Cause if it isn't, we're gonna have a terrible cake. That's gonna be all your fault. I'm blaming it on you.
No pressure. No pressure.
So, you know, when sifting it in, I just want to make sure that everything's gone through properly and that there's nothing in the flour mixture that could
Yes.
could
No
hinder,
lumps or anything
hinder
like
the
that.
cake. Yeah.
All right, Dominic, I mean, that's a very important part of the process.
Absolutely.
Make sure that the flour is even.
Yeah. And the sugar I can't sift in, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no, that
that
you can
in
just
there.
get in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, my friend, you've got one
So-
beautiful apple ready to be used.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna whisk all my dry ingredients, make sure they're distributed evenly there.
All right.
And then I'm gonna make a little hole for my eggs
Look at this
in
young
there,
man.
like a little well.
So you say you've always
graveyard.
had a kind of a fondness for cooking and baking and those kind of things. So are you the one that cooks for the family?
I actually am on some nights, yes.
Really?
My mom's a great cook and so is my granny. You know, I'm in a household
Yeah.
of very talented people. But yeah, no, I do cook on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. That's my
Love it.
assigned days.
There's a
yeah.
roster, a schedule.
There is, absolutely.
All right, go for it, my
So I'm
friend.
cracking my egg. I'm gonna do this the fancy way.
One
Because I'm on
hand.
TV, may as well.
You may as well pull out all the stuff. Is there any specific way you want me to cut this?
So we're gonna try to do like sort of thin slices, like a centimeter-ish.
Okay, so I can go down the middle. I just want to make sure that I'm
Yeah, go
following-
down the middle, go for it, yeah.
Okay,
Whatever
like-
you feels right.
Okay, and then we're going to go into thin slices.
Yeah. Oh,
A
no, not
centimeter.
that, not that thin.
Like that. Like that.
A little bit,
There.
Yep.
Like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'll
yeah.
continue on that.
Yeah, that's great.
You see, this is more pressure than I've ever felt in the kitchen, you know, just because it's you.
Yeah, good. You need that pressure. You need to be on your toes.
Jeez, Roo, now you're telling me.
The kitchen.
And how many apples would you generally use? Just the one or?
Just one, yeah.
Really?
If that, yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a very large apple cake. It's just gonna be
Okay.
a chilled little family tea and coffee cake.
That's
yeah,
it.
it's gonna be fantastic.
All right. Well, my friend, your apple here is looking fantastic, if I say so myself.
I always love to wipe down the bowl with a spatula just to get everything
everything,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to waste stuff.
All right, so 2 eggs in there, and obviously creating the little well. I'll put this on this side.
Yeah, absolutely. So I usually use a hand beater, but today I'm using a whisk. So it's going to
Yes.
be much more difficult for me, but that's okay.
Go for it, my friend. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to obviously just make sure it combines nicely.
Yeah.
And the butter, when does that go in?
That goes in after I've added my milk and my vanilla essence.
All right. Well, you can just talk us through. So once we have everything combined and so forth and so on, I mean, how long? Because it looks like something that you can actually quickly whip up.
Yeah.
It's not something that's a lengthy Oh, look at you, and combining it in the milk.
Absolutely. Can you add that in for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Just do it sort of slowly. Fantastic. Great.
Just like that. You see art
Amazing.
being made
Yeah.
right now.
Talented. You should join Tastemaster. You did
No,
very well.
I think I'll fail dismally. You know, give me a fire and I'll maybe buy something for you. That's pretty
Oh
much
yeah,
it.
that's great.
Yeah, but the rest, how's that looking?
That's looking
Little
great.
bit more?
That's looking good. Yeah, more. Yeah, add the whole thing.
All right, let's go
Great.
for it.
Okay. Next up, I think you take a spoon and sort of soften that butter for me, if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just give it
give it a little stir. Yeah.
I mean, that's beautifully soft already. Look at that.
Yeah. Amazing.
All right, fantastic.
Okay.
All right, my friend,
And add that in.
let's add that in, all of it.
Great. Yeah, all of it.
Go for it. All right, I'll tell you what, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, it's on our website. Quinley Wild is not going to go anywhere, expressoshow.com. And you could make his famous, is it your great-grandmother you said?
Yes, great.
Great-grandmother's apple crumble recipe. And an apple crumble is a beautiful, beautiful cake to bake. I mean, I love it. It's absolutely beautiful with some ice-cold ice cream, dude, or custard. It's amazing. Expressoshow.com. We'll come back and see how he finishes off this beautiful recipe. Carissa, what do you think of this young man's talent?
I absolutely am loving what I'm seeing right now. In fact, we can keep Quinny. He's great in the kitchen, and whatever you're making smells absolutely incredible. On this Thursday, I've been told that we can't call it a Klein Vrydag because apparently Klein Vrydag is in fact Wednesday evenings. News to me, maybe news to you too, Mzansi. But listen, a little bit of news that I'm going to throw in as well is that we've got so much coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. In fact, we're getting so excited because a legend in the jazz music scene is coming our way, Thammy Mdluli. I can't wait to see what he's going to talk about after 4 decades, successful decades in the industry as a musician, as a producer. He's definitely going to talk to us about this 5th album that is coming up. So stick around on your Feel Good Breakfast Show to feel good and also get entertained straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, beautiful Expresso family. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, of course, and we're back with yet another incredible guest. We always tell you that it is important to highlight and celebrate and give flowers to our legends in the South African music industry while they're still alive, while they can still smell those flowers. And this morning, we get to celebrate a legend indeed, someone who is an icon in the jazz music industry, and someone who I truly believe has taken jazz music to a whole different level each and every time he's released music and allowed us to enjoy his art. This morning, I'm talking about Thammy Mdluli, who is in fact yet a leader with that jazz bass guitar, and he does it in his own way that allows him to stick out from everybody else. But my friend, he is also a music producer, and he has done so in a world-renowned way that we honestly get to celebrate this morning. So everybody, let's welcome him, Thammy Mdluli. Thammy, how are you?
I'm well, and how are you?
Amazing, thank you.
Fine, thanks.
Thammy, I'm so excited for us to hear all about your event that is going to be happening.
Yes.
But let's start from the beginning, right?
Yes.
You've been doing this for 4 decades now.
45 years.
45?
Yes.
Ha! Oh, that's older than me, Thammy.
I started when I was a baby.
Yo, Sana, tell us about that, please.
I didn't even know what is happening. I was just enjoying to perform,
Yes.
going on tour, having fun.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you will be paid after you perform. Even I get paid, I don't get paid. I didn't care. I just wanted to see myself there on stage.
Really?
Yes.
So at what age did you start exactly?
17.
Wow.
I was 17.
That's incredible.
I was a baby.
And where did the love for jazz music come from?
Alexander, where I was born. In Alexander, there was a lot of jazz bands.
Okay.
Actually, all the greatest bands, they were from Alexander.
Oh, wow.
So when I grew up, I saw them there's a place where called in Togozweni.
Yes.
where the bands were playing there. We will go there as children and watch the windows when they practice, when they perform. I wanted to see myself there.
And look at
Then it happens that I was there.
exactly.
And then it happens to people that I was seeing there on stage with them. Eish, that was nice.
Oh, wow. A full circle moment, if you will. And Thammy, do you see why it's so important for stories to continue to be told? Because I didn't know that Alex was known for having jazz bands.
Alexander is. Everybody comes from Alexander. Soweto comes from Alexander. Tembisa comes from Alexander.
Oh, wow.
All these townships, they are coming from Alexander.
Yeah.
So Alexander is huge. Small, but it's huge.
That's incredible. And Thammy, of course, you're someone who didn't just decide that you wanted to stay with just playing the bass guitar. You also became a music producer, a world-renowned one.
Yes.
You know, talk to us a little bit about this journey. You know, what exactly has been some of the greatest accomplishments for you, if you had to look back and just pick out a few things?
A few things. The first thing that I wanted to be, I wanted to have a gold disc on my hands. That's the first thing any musician wishes to have. The second is to be a record producer.
Yes.
So when I went to production, is where I saw myself doing what I loved most, more than to perform.
Yes.
But I love to perform, but production, it's nice.
Why?
Long hours, you create.
Okay.
You write, you know, it's like you are in a different world.
Sure.
You know? So I produce artists like CJB,
Oh, wow.
Benjamin Ball, Ali Cat,
Sure.
Gospel, IPCC. I also have one album I've produced, Rebecca Malope,
Oh, wow.
Lusanda Spiritual Group. A lot, Berita.
Hi, Bo.
IMAX Soul is part of my stable.
Hi, Tata Thammy, you've done it almost, Wena.
Almost.
Almost.
But I'm still getting there.
No,
I haven't arrived.
No, how can you say you haven't arrived? I literally just
I
said you're
haven't
literally
arrived.
one of
I'm
our
just
legends.
starting.
I love that. I love that. Forever young, okay? And that
Forever
is what we love
young,
about you.
yes.
But this is why you've now released your 5th jazz album titled Digs or Jazz.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this album. Who did you work with it? Or rather, who did you work with on it?
I've worked with my guitarist, Ntokozo Zungu, one of the greatest artists ever produced by our country.
Oh, wow. If Thammy says it, it's true. Hey, I love that.
He played all the IPCC records. Stimela,
Yes.
Paul Simon, Miriam Market. Oh, he works with the best of the best.
Yes.
And Vukan on saxophone. I've got Cream Dala Cream.
Hey, Wena.
So, on keyboards, I've got Delisa Mazibuko
Yes.
and Mobile Mazibuko. On drums, I've got Tladi. So I've got the best.
Beautiful. I mean, they're working with the best, so they have to be the
Yes,
best. I want
yeah.
to go
No, I choose.
I choose.
I don't just take. I choose.
And you know what, Tata Thammy, I always say I'm a singer, so you know
Yeah.
maybe we can chat later, but we'll leave it for later.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Right about
You're in the
now.
right place.
In the right place. right time.
I
Right
create
place.
stars. I've created a lot of superstars.
Hi, Expresso. Am I going to be around for much longer? I don't know. Tata Thammy is here.
Yeah.
But Tata, I want to talk to you, please, about your incredible event,
Yeah.
the Freedom 30 Celebration of Democracy.
Yes.
Talk to us about it. Where is it? What's happening?
We'll be in Kimberley, the hall called CRC Old Church.
Yes.
Stated, democracy. You know, we from before Mandela's de Klerk's and now new era, we're celebrating that.
Yes.
It was a long road, but other people, they don't see it like that. But really, the achievement this country has achieved is a lot.
Yeah.
To us who knows where we come from.
Yeah.
For you, maybe because you don't know.
And I was
you'll
born in 94, hey, Tata.
You'll complain because you don't know. We know. We used to sleep in cars while we have a lot of money to sleep in a hotel. We couldn't sleep in a hotel.
Sure.
So we have to sleep in a car because we are not allowed. We are not allowed to sleep in. So we'll be in Kimberley performing there.
Yes.
Tickets are at CompuTickets.
Beautiful.
We will be with Kelly Kumalo, Vusi Nova, Thammy
Oh,
Mdluli,
wow.
there's A
All
lot of
stars.
artists, all stars.
I
Yeah.
love that. Dr. Thammy, congratulations on
Thank you very much.
everything that you have achieved.
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
that people like you allow us to truly understand where it is we come from, just like you said.
Thank you very much.
But I also think that, you know, you changed the landscape of what music is like in this country.
Yes,
and
yes.
showed the world in a different way. So thank you for
And I'm
that.
still going to change them.
Amen. I love that.
You are the next.
Amen. Yes, I'm going to have a jazz album with Thammy Mdluli very
Yeah.
soon, and you guys are not going to know me.
Yeah.
Tommy, thank you so
You'll be
much.
sitting here, somebody will be interviewing.
Do you know what I mean? Dr. Thammy, I appreciate you and thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It is Thammy Mdluli. He has got an incredible, beautiful celebration happening on the 2nd of November. And trust me, you want to be a part of it. It is in Kimberley and it is happening rather at the CRC Church. And friend, you heard, it is all stars. CompuTicket is where you can get those tickets and we cannot wait to see what they do. For now, though, I know that I got some really excited people that are on the other side of the country. And Kate, TZ, Sheezy, my Ewan and my Carissa. Guys, what's going on?
Oh, I'm loving it, Joe Sizzle. Hi, Zanele. Well, listen, we've got so much going on this side of the world. And yes, speaking about tickets, we want you to get your ticket as we gear up for millions by playing Sports Take 8 fixture list 792 for an estimated jackpot at over 2.5 million rand this Thursday. I can't say Klein Vrydag anymore. You.
No, you can't. Apparently not.
Thursday,
you know?
Thursday.
So my question is, when is Klein Saterdag? But that's a discussion for another time. But listen, yeah, 2.5 million rand. That can definitely make a dent in your debts for sure. So don't miss out. The fixture list closes at 6:15 tonight. So what you need to do is play now. You can do so in store on the nationallottery.co.za website or the mobile app for your chance to score big.
Absolutely.
Get on it now.
Ooh, well, listen, speaking about scoring big as well, I absolutely love the fact that we've got so much coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're only in the first hour, and there's plenty more in terms of scents and how it can actually have the power to elevate your moods. Yes, you didn't know that, but include it in your self-care because I'm telling you, it makes all the difference when you can smell something good.
Absolutely. Imagine, just think back, walking into a room and there's a beautiful scent, how you feel. Take note of that.
Yes.
It really does change. And then, of course, very important month, Cancer Awareness Month as well, that we are seeing throughout the month of October. And we're going to be sharing cancer stories of hope and resilience after the break. It's a special one. Stick around. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And just like that, you're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I'm glad that you're here with us right now because we're talking about all things scents. And when you think about scents, I'm sure that you can agree that it inspires joyful nostalgia, also a positive change in our moods and influence the quality of our overall well-being. And we're going to get into all things to do with scent conversation today with candle artisan Roshana Parker. And she is here to tell us how to achieve full self-care restoration with just your sense of smell. Roshana, that is a powerful thing to even state. Very confidently so as well. But I believe that you can, right? When you smell things, it really does bring in so many beneficial moments of grounding and also relaxation. So can you talk to me a little bit more about that?
Yes, no, definitely. All scents brought together brings that sense of harmony. It brings a sense of relaxation. And I just love infusing different scents together to bring that feeling of good, that feeling of self-care in different spaces and environments.
Yeah. And you do get to do that because when you walk into your home, for example, that's your home sanctuary. When you walk into a spa, you get a similar feeling of just relaxation. Perhaps if you walk into a mall, you get a different smell altogether. A dog parlor, yes, we know, a different smell altogether. So it's definitely attached to memories. It's definitely attached to moments of self-care, if you will. So let's talk about certain scents. I'm seeing that we've got a couple of things going here. And I know for sure, I've experienced already with the Soleil Bic Escape, that it feels like a spa treatment when you use it because it does have a scented handle that boosts your mood.
Yeah, it's beautifully put together. So we have here some jasmine, and jasmine is really enhances confidence, your mood as well as relaxation, brings together relaxations, the benefits of pain relief, headache relief, and sore muscles. Yeah, you just ease that muscle pain. Then we got lavender, which is really good for stress and anxiety and just that calming effect that it gives. Eucalyptus, here we go. Eucalyptus, just have a smell. It's really, really good. It's really refreshing and good for mental clarity. So together infuse jasmine and eucalyptus on its own. It's really empowering, so empowering, especially like in your bathroom. Imagine that shower. I mean, we've got it in essential tools like your self-care tools, so it's great.
And I love this. It kind of makes the moments of self-care feel ritualistic. It feels like I have this moment for myself. And with shaving in particular, you know how sometimes it can be such a bore. It feels like a chore. It feels laborious. But when you have a moment that it's like, what's that smell over there? It does take it to the next level.
It does. It does. It takes you to that memory, that feeling that, you know, you go deep in thought and relaxation. You're ready for the day. You're energized when you get out there.
What's your favorite scent, if I've got to ask you?
I loved, so we have also here some ginger. And ginger also enhances your mood. It like a mental clarity as well. Also has that nice feeling. So I like ginger. I like lemon and lavender. I like mixing the sandalwood as well with lavender because it has that woody feel, that woody smell. It really brings that calming effect, and I use that in mists, like room mists and linen mists. So when you get into your bed, you feel like you're in a luxury spa already.
I'm here for it. I am here for this because it's about those small little details that you can add into your home that just elevates the whole experience of being there. Gone are the days where it smells musty and old in your home, okay? We definitely are here for this. And like we said, in the bathroom as well, we can include these moments with the Bic Soleil Escape. I love what we're talking about. So you like a very fresh and zesty feel as well when it comes to fragrances. Very invigorating, I would say.
Yeah, I love that. I love that in the bathroom spaces. Love mixing lime, lemongrass and ginger.
Oh, I love lemongrass.
Yeah, that's very refreshing and pure and clean.
Love this.
I like by the fireplace like cinnamon and vanilla. It's got a warm, toasty feel. And sandalwood and lavender in the bedroom. I've got a little favorite fragrance that I make up called Lust.
Oh, tell me more. your feel-good breakfast show? Only a little bit, Roshana.
Okay, so that's made with like sweet rose. So we got notes of frangipani in there. And then I like in my dining room and living room spaces, especially for my guests, something exotic. And that has notes of saffron in. So it's really spicy and really... Yeah, very different.
I like that.
Yeah.
And also signature scents go a long way too.
Yes.
Which is what we can see right here with this. I don't know if you've heard about this, but yes, this is a mood boosting handle. In fact, if you smell this really closely, you'll be able to be transported to other realms with the eucalyptus as well as the jasmine fragrance that comes straight off of it. I've used it, I love it, and it's definitely something that you want to include in your self-care routine. Okay, Roshana, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for
I'm going to get one of those fragrances from you. I'm not going to tell you which one, but you know which one, okay? And for you, discover the gift of mood-boosting scents with Soleil's Escape Jasmine and Eucalyptus scented handle, and also create an immersive self-care experience that will tickle all of your senses. Now, I'm going to implore you to choose soft, okay? And join us next week for an insightful panel discussion surrounding the importance of self-care in a modern-day society. Because it really is about that, isn't it? I mean, we take for granted that those moments to ourselves are vital to get us through every day.
Yes, 100%. You talk about balance.
Yes.
Balance, and this helps and supports that balance.
Balance is what we're trying to go for. We're going to chase this for as long as we can.
So much,
Thank
Carissa. Interesting indeed. I know all too well how a certain scent can boost your mood, especially when you do feel a little bit low. But this is the conversation that we want on social media with us this morning. And this is what we put out to you because we want to get into each other's spaces this morning and get some advice. When the energy is low on your side, what is the one thing guaranteed to always boost your mood? Let's boost each other's batteries this morning by sending your recommendations, not only via voice notes, but comments as well. But those voice notes can be sent to our WhatsApp line 0634088863. Let's quickly take a look. Let's see if we have some comments already. Here we have one coming through from Teresa van Wyk saying, the one thing, a lovely cup of coffee for me. Thank you. Sets me off to a great start while waiting to watch the best morning show ever. Expresso, thank you for adding to my happiness. It's only a pleasure, Teresa. Thank you very much. Look, I do agree. A good cup of coffee first thing in the morning, that is definitely one thing that gets me out of bed. Elmarie says, good morning, Expresso family. Cup of coffee. Look at that. Ooh, when my favorite song, Selfish, is playing, then I'm the happiest girl. Then everything around change, and presume for the better as well. Definitely coffee and a song. Let's add to it. Josephine, good morning to you. Thanks for your comment there. Good morning, family. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Love music and dancing when my mood is low. The music really just lifts the spirit and it's good for the soul. Thank you very much, Josephine. Definitely nothing like a bit of a happy dance in the morning to get you in the mood. Keep those comments coming. You can also remember, send those voice notes 0634088863. We'd love to connect with you on social media.
Right about now, I absolutely want to jump in on this. And what I'm talking about is, friend, you and how you boost my energy, okay? It is always so lovely to be able to be on Expresso genuinely. And every single time, whenever we're out and about and we get to see you, no matter what's happening, and I'm so tired, getting to see you is always one of my favorite things. And also being able to just come here and be part of the fun with the crew and making sure that you indeed have a feel-good morning, that's what it's about. That's what boosts my energy 100%. Right about now, I know something that's definitely going to boost your energy is the conversation we're about to have. Why? Because it is important, my lovely. It is all about us and getting to know a little bit more about breast cancer, which is why we're going to be finding out about how we can self-examine ourselves when it comes to breast cancer. And also, we're going to be hearing about those beautiful stories of hope and resilience when it comes to it. So please do stick around. We're getting into it, all of it, right here on Expresso. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
To the brave hearts who persevere against all odds, we salute you. Along with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, we're inspiring hope across South Africa this Hopetober. Stand to win 1,500 Rand every weekday by answering the Hopetober competition question on Expresso's social media pages throughout the month of October, using hashtag Hopetober and hashtag sponsors of Brave. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday morning. Welcome to it. If you've just joined us now in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Clover's Pink Product Campaign, we are celebrating stories of hope and resilience. Now, cancer, we know it affects so many lives, but it is the strength, it is the bravery and the hope of survivors and their loved ones that remind us just how powerful the human spirit can be. Because, Carissa, I mean, you know, it really is at a stage where we all know someone. I mean, do you have any stories of somebody that you know
I do.
that walked this road?
Oh my goodness, too many stories, actually. I mean, I'm a woman surrounded by women every other day. And my earliest experience was in primary school with one of my aunts who lived in New Zealand. And we had formed a really close relationship, like via email. And then I found out she had breast cancer. And at the time, I guess a lot of knowledge wasn't around about it. So I thought, okay, this is the end, you know? And that was one of my first, I would even say, heartbreaks, because I felt like I had to grieve somebody. But thankfully, she is still around. And more recently, I had an aunt that also overcame breast cancer. And then my best friend as well, who went through a journey of breast cancer, eventually had a double mastectomy too. And that was an emotional journey, because now it's like, super close, you know, somebody that's basically my age, and her children as well were affected in the process of her overcoming this. So yes, I think all of us really have a very close-knit story to breast cancer.
Yeah, and personal stories. I mean, it really does touch you deeply, but I mean, it's just from what I've seen as well, from people close to me as well, the minute that person gets that diagnosis, it's like their life is turned upside down, but it's how they walk that journey. And I've been very privileged. I don't know if some of our Expresso viewers remember that I went on an organization called Can Survive. And I went and did a whole motorbike tour of 10 days through the Western and the Eastern Cape with this message of this organization about early detection saves lives. And just the amount of people that is walking this road with cancer, it literally, I had no idea. My eyes were opened, and then subsequently after that, you know, my dad as well, he prostate cancer. An old radio colleague of mine just ran into me at the airport. She had to reintroduce herself to me because I didn't recognize her, because she was going through her chemotherapy journey. But it's the way that she did it. She was full of hope. She was full of life. And I think that makes a difference as well, is how you approach this journey. But the key message here is early detection saves lives. And that is why a month like October, to raise awareness around cancer, is so important.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to you know, some of our partners, Clover has partnered with the Pink Drive to make a difference in the fight against cancer. Every purchase of Clover's Pink products donates 20 cents towards the Pink Drive, helping to provide free cancer screenings in underserved communities. And here's what we asked you. Have you or a loved one faced cancer with strength and courage? And we would like you to share your story with us and inspire each other. So let's hear some of your inspiring stories, because man, there's definitely a lot out there. Yeah. All right, let's quickly take a look. Here we have at the back, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this is what we wanted to know from you, our stories and resilience. Have you and a loved one ever shown strength in the face of cancer? Please share your stories. Let's see if we have some comments that came through on our social media. Christine says, after a family member's breast cancer diagnosis, our family came together in ways we never imagined. Through every chemo session and hospital visit, her courage and positivity lifted us all. Today, she's cancer-free, oh, praise the Lord, and her strength continues to inspire everyone around her. I love that, man.
It's
That's
that
very
strength
cool.
that gets grown. Honestly, I'm inspired by that.
Yeah. And then here we have Phoebe Schuller says, I am 10 years a breast cancer survivor, only by the grace of God. Early detection is very important. When something don't feel right in your breast, have it checked out. Support from your family and friends is also very important. Reach out for help. You don't have to do it alone. I think that is also a very important point to remember, because you might feel very alone, very isolated, but knowing that there's so many people around you that potentially going through the same thing as well, but also having those people in your close circle walking that journey with you.
And they want to walk with you.
They want to walk with you, absolutely. So thank you very much for sharing, and please keep coming. Keep those stories coming. Carissa, thank you very much. I believe you need to do us some news headlines. We're almost there. Man, let's keep that conversation going by sharing our stories. We really give that hope and strength towards each other. But we would really like to help those going through it. It's a very difficult time to continue to uplift one another by sharing those stories of hope. Remember, October Cancer Awareness Month is not just any month; it is a very important month. And I think the key message that will come out of this month, if something doesn't feel right, just be adding that comment, get it checked out. Early detection saves lives.
A minute after 1 o'clock, let's get into your news for this morning. Now, we start off nationally, where a year into her political career, former public protector Busiswe Mqubane has resigned from the Economic Freedom Fighters, or the EFF. Announcing her decision on social media, Mqubane said she wanted to focus on her family. Now, she joined the EFF a year ago after being removed from office by President Cyril Ramaphosa following a parliamentary inquiry that found her guilty of misconduct and incompetence. In her resignation, Mqubane expressed disappointment with the judiciary, parliament and the executive, accusing them of violating her rights and targeting her. Sticking to news in the country, Police Minister Senzo Mchunu informed Parliament that the Lusikisiki massacre appears to have been coordinated from within a prison. Now, 4 suspects have been arrested, while authorities are awaiting the 5th to surrender. Another suspect, believed to be the mastermind, is already incarcerated. Mchunu reported that public assistance came swiftly after SAPS released images of the accused. 1 suspect has appeared in court and 3 were arrested on Tuesday. Mchunu noted that Lusikisiki has been a hotspot for criminal activity for over a year. Moving on to your international news, more lorries carrying aid have entered northern Gaza for the 3rd consecutive day after 2 weeks without deliveries. Now, the Israeli military reports that 50 trucks arrived today following a U.S. threat to withdraw some military support unless Israel increased aid within 30 days. Israel's ambassador attributed delays to Hamas. Meanwhile, fighting continues in Gaza and southern Lebanon, where authorities reported that Israeli airstrikes on a municipal building in Nablus killed 16 people, including the local mayor. UN peacekeepers also reported an Israeli tank firing on one of their watchtowers. Meanwhile, a fuel tanker exploded late Tuesday night in northern Nigeria, resulting in at least 147 fatalities among those who rushed to collect fuel. Now, the incident occurred in the town of Aba, where a large crowd gathered around the tanker, which had overturned and began leaking fuel. Eyewitnesses reported a massive fire engulfing the area, leading to widespread panic. Many of the victims were burned beyond recognition. The local government has since called for an investigation into the incident to prevent similar tragedies in the future. Now, turning things around, we close off with a story where Deputy Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Bernice Swartz, is poised to make a bold environmental statement by relaunching the presidential 10 million tree program with the ambitious goal of planting 1 million trees in a single day. This initiative aims to raise environmental awareness and action. During National Arbor Month, Swartz planted the first of 30 trees in the Forest of Freedom at Freedom Park, commemorating 30 years of South Africa's freedom and democracy. With 6,000 trees already planted this month, the initiative is a call to all sectors of society to unite in conserving and planting trees, securing a greener, healthier future for generations to come. Plant a tree today, Swartz has urged. And I hope that you take that up and make sure that you plant a tree today. That's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. For now, let's head into your world of sports with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Let's quickly give you another roundup of your major sports stories for your Thursday, starting off with rugby news. SA Rugby has postponed its special general meeting to vote on a proposed 1.3 billion rand private equity deal with the US-based Ackley Sports Group. Now, the decision follows a request by Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, to allow more time for government consultation. Now, the meeting originally set for today will be rescheduled. The proposal has sparked debate among the unions, with 7 of the 14 unions requesting a delay to address the concerns. And staying with rugby news, the Bulls received a boost as a United Rugby Championship disciplinary committee overturned the red card given to David Creel in their 29-19 victory over Ospreys. Now, Creel was sent off for a handoff that struck a defender's throat, sparking debate among officials and fans. Now, despite the setback, the Bulls regrouped to secure the win. With his exoneration, Creel is expected to start in the Bulls' next match against the Scarlets in Llanelli. And then over to some cricket news this morning. The International Cricket Council has inducted 3 cricketing legends into the Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2024. The latest inductees are Alistair Cook, Neetu David and South African icon A.B. de Villiers. Now, de Villiers, widely regarded as one of the game's greatest players, captained the Proteas in all formats. His exceptional performances include a stunning 162 off 66 balls at the 2015 World Cup. Now, despite retiring 3 years ago, his impact on the sport continues to rank him among cricket's all-time best. Congratulations to our inductees. And staying with cricket, for the first time in over 40 years, the Ashes series in Australia will not kick off at the Gabba. Now, Cricket Australia confirmed Perth as the venue for the opening test of the 2025-26 series. Brisbane will host its first ever day-night Ashes test from December the 4th through till the 8th. The series will then move to Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney, marking a significant change in the Ashes tradition. The last time the Ashes opener was away from the Gabba was in 1982 at the WACA in Perth. That's where we leave your sports headlines for now. We'll have one more roundup for you just after 8 o'clock. Right now, let's see what's happening out on the roads and also get into your weather with Sanele.
Things aren't looking too hectic in terms of the roads, but let's make sure that you aren't delayed. Let's start off in KZN, Durban. There's a stationary vehicle on the N3 westbound after the ramp to Shongweni. The centre lane is closed, so please exercise caution while driving, won't you? Over in Gauteng, Boksburg, there's been an accident, unfortunately, on the N12 westbound after Atlas Road. The right lane is affected, and as a result, delays are expected, so please approach the affected area with caution, my love. Then in Cape Town, the mother city, Bellville, congestion is being experienced on the R300 northbound at Old Paarl. Delays are expected, so maintain a safe following distance and make sure that you are driving with caution. Let's take a look at what your weather's looking like for now. So the South African Weather Service has issued a warning for severe storms expected across several regions today. These storms, accompanied by strong winds, heavy downpours and possible hail, are likely to affect the western and southern parts of the Free State, as well as the western northwest, the extreme northeastern Northern Cape, and the eastern interior of the Eastern Cape. Additionally, damaging winds and waves, which could disrupt harbours and ports, are forecast between East London and Durban. Extremely high fire danger conditions are anticipated in the central Northern Cape and the Sundays River Valley in the Eastern Cape. Caution is advised in all the affected areas. For now, we always ask you to please send us that beautiful sunrise view. And my friend, you are doing the things that need to be done. A huge shout out to Niklas from Hartenbos, who has sent us what they see this morning on 063-408-8863. And we love it. Absolutely stunning. And thank you so much, Niklas. I call it your country duty, and you can check it off your list this morning, right? You, though, there's still an 8 o'clock sunrise view that's waiting for you to fill. So please come on through, snap a lovely picture of what your day is looking like when you start off in terms of what you see, and let's show the rest of the country. Let's also get into those temperatures so you know how to dress. Let's check it out.
A little bit chilly in Sutherland still this morning. A nice little cool
disappointing.
5 degrees. But hey, it's warming up. It's Sutherland. We love you. Right now, if you are battling with your debts, maybe here's something that could potentially help you out, because you get the chance now to gear up for millions by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 792 rather, for an estimated jackpot of over 2.5 million rand. Today, this Thursday.
Don't miss out, please. You and right. 2.5 milli is up for grabs, and the fixture list does close at 6:15 tonight. So all you have to do is play right now in store on nationallottery.co.za or even on the mobile app for your chance to score big. And I want that for you. The weekend is coming. I feel like some good news should come your way too.
That would be very, very good news. All right, we are going to take a very quick break. After the break, here's what you can expect.
Yeah, so many good things are coming your way. We're going to get through as early detection, right? When it comes to really feeling yourself and sort of breast cancer screening, we're going to take you through the methods and steps on how to exactly do that. You got to get to know your body a lot intimately. This is for men and women, just by the way.
Absolutely. And then our man Graham, we know he's got his pearly whites. How does he keep it, that pearly white and shining? Well, he's going to show us his oral evening hygiene routine when it comes to looking after all of this, you know, because Graham, the handsome man that he is, he's going to share some secrets with us in just a bit. Stick around. We'll see you after the break.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed, and this morning I told you all about how we're having these really important conversations, my family, and it is all in the name of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October, of course, and it is all about, you know, promoting early detection and finding out, you know, the ways in which we can know that we might have breast cancer. But we're going to be getting into that this morning with someone who truly has all the answers and someone who can help us out indeed, SA. I am talking about the chair of the Breast Imaging Society of SA. It is Dr. Peter Shub, who is here to let us know about the current trend that we are actually seeing, unfortunately, of how women younger than 40 are getting more and more of breast cancer diagnoses. It really is unfortunate, but this is why we want to understand where exactly it's coming from. So everyone, let's welcome Dr. Peter Shub. Peter, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Doctor, I'm so glad that you are here, because it really is a concerning thing when we talk about the fact that, you know, younger and younger women are getting breast cancer. Can you talk to us about this trend? What exactly is it?
Yeah, I think from the outset, it's very important to say that although there is this trend, the vast majority of breast cancers are still happening in older women.
Okay.
And in fact, the older you get, the more likely it is that you get a breast cancer. But unfortunately, worldwide, we are seeing more breast cancers in women in their 30s, late
To do a
20s.
breast self-examination.
And, you know, this is devastating.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about young moms, we're talking about women in the workforce, and for them and for society, that really is catastrophic. Unfortunately, younger women tend to get the more aggressive cancers. That's the faster growing ones.
Oh, wow.
So what that means is that by the time they get detected, often the cancers are more advanced. In other words, a bigger lump and more chance that it's spread.
Yeah.
And if it's spread or metastasized, it's much harder to treat and the mortality rate is much higher. So the other thing is that unfortunately, because we all expect cancer to happen in older people, it's not suspected or picked up early.
Sure.
And so they present late.
And that's what I was going to say. That's where early detection comes in, right? But then I want to ask you, what's the contributing factor to this increase that we're seeing in the younger woman?
So the truth is that we don't really know.
Oh, wow.
I mean, in general, we don't know the cause of breast cancer. There is a theory that in most populations, girls are starting to have their periods at a younger age. A lot of women are choosing not to have kids or to have their first child later in life.
Yeah.
And what that means is a longer period of their life where there are uninterrupted periods.
Yes.
And they have exposure for a prolonged period of time to their estrogen and progesterone, and that acting on the breast tissue, especially the young breast tissue, predisposes more younger women to getting breast cancer. But that's just a theory, and it's something that can't really be avoided essentially ever.
It's our hormones, Yes.
Exactly.
But doctor, we brought you here as well to kind of, dispel any sort of different notions we might have that aren't 100% true, right? Which is why I want to ask you, are there lifestyle habits that we should be adopting to try and stay away from ever getting breast cancer? Or is it something that's just genetic?
So, again, we don't know a cause, and we can't talk about prevention.
Yeah.
However, there are certain risk factors. So, for example, we know family history is very important, especially if it's first-degree family, like mothers and sisters, and if they got it very young. We know certain genetic mutations, things like obesity, alcohol consumption to excess, smoking. Those lifestyle habits are considered risk factors, but not very strong ones.
Okay.
So you can modify those, but you're not excluding your risk of breast cancer.
Yeah.
And the reality is that at least 75% of breast cancers, there are no family history, there are no other risk factors at all. So it can happen to anyone.
Oh, my goodness.
So yes, living a healthy life is very important, but unfortunately, it's not going to remove the risk of breast cancer.
Sure. I think that's such a scary thing to think about, but this is why we're having this conversation, right? So we can get all the information. So this is why I then want to ask you, what are the signs we need to look out for when it comes to breast cancer?
So very important. About 50% of breast cancers, there are signs or symptoms. The other 50%, unfortunately, are silent, and that's why things like mammograms are so important to pick it up even if you can't feel it.
Yeah.
But in terms of what are the symptoms, the most important one is feeling a lump.
Okay.
Now, even though most lumps are not cancers, it's still the most important sign of a cancer. A lump feels like a small pea or a marble under the skin.
Yes.
And if someone thinks that they have a lump, it has to be checked every single time.
Okay.
So that's the most important one, but there are other signs. If you notice any change in the breast, the shape, the contour, the skin itself, the nipple, if it starts to pull in or if it looks different in any way, that needs to be checked.
Go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Yes.
Occasionally a discharge from the nipple is important, especially if it's got blood in it.
Okay, so doctor, then this is why I want us to get into the self-examination then, because this is a self-examination that you can do at home, right?
Yes.
Okay, so please, can you show us and our viewers what can we do to do the self-examination?
Okay, so
Yes.
the first thing to understand is that there are two parts.
Okay.
There is inspection and examination. Now, when you do the inspection, you stand in front of the mirror. okay, with your arms down.
Okay.
To start off with, then you're going to place your arms up behind your head.
Okay.
Right? Then hands at the side, pressing into your hips. And what you're looking at the breast, right? And you are looking for any change in the contour.
Okay.
Right? Or the shape of the breast. So does one side look different? Maybe it's a little bit higher up. In terms of the contour, are there any lumps or bumps, indentations, dimpling, thickening of the skin? You're looking at the nipple. Is it pulling in, like I said? Is there like a peeling rash around the nipple?
Yeah.
Those are the things that you are looking for, that you're inspecting. Then we move on to the examination.
Yes.
Right now, this is often best done lying down. And it's important to be systematic, to cover the whole breast.
Yes.
Right hand examines the left breast and the left hand the right breast.
Okay.
And if you think of the breast like a clock face, you move all the way around, from the top going all the way around the clock face. You use the middle 3 fingers.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And you use the pads of the fingers, not the tips. Start off gently, up and down.
And the pads being here.
The pads being just at the ends of the finger
Okay,
here.
okay.
Just at the end. That's the best part to feel things. And you move up and down, right, all the way around. And then you move in small circles also. The first exam you do very soft and then a bit firmer, never hard.
Okay.
You feel around the nipple, under the nipple. And lastly, you want to feel under the arm. Very important, because you can get enlarged glands or nodes. So you do it by keeping the arm down, not up.
Okay.
Okay, down to relax it. And then you can get those fingers deep inside and you feel around to feel if there's any lumps.
Okay. Doctor, thank you so much.
It's a
I
pleasure.
think that is so empowering, and especially just to be able to know that, you can check for yourself, but also just making people aware that at any point when you feel like, hey, something's a little bit different here, just go to the doctor.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Shub. We appreciate you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Amazing. Listen, Expresso family, it is all about the early detection, which is why it's so important to learn that self-examination, right? But also to always make sure that you're checking yourself, and just if anything at all seems like it's out of place, it's not right, it looks very different, you head off to the doctor so that you, my friend, can indeed be safe. That's what it is about. And that is why today we are talking all things breast cancer awareness. Right about now, though, I know that my family still got a whole lot coming up in Cape Town. Ewan and Carissa, are you guys still all right?
We are very much all right. Thank you very much, Zanele. That was fascinating, interesting. I love it. Thank you very much, Doc, for all of that advice and insight into not only the self-examination, but the theories around, the younger women getting breast cancer.
Oh,
it is scary. It really is. But again, it comes down to early detection.
It's
Absolutely.
key, definitely. And no matter how busy your day gets, let me tell you something right now. There's always time to keep your oral hygiene on point, right? While you're looking after your body, make sure your mouth is good as well. As they say, a healthy smile never takes a day off.
Never. You cannot be caught off guard.
No.
So here's the thing. Graham, our man Graham, we love him so much, gave us a bit of a sneak peek into how he likes to wrap up his rather busy days, because we know he's busy. He's always running around. Because even on the go, self-care is absolute key. Let's check in with Graham.
Oh, and we are home. The hustle and bustle of my early mornings can be a whirlwind. You throw in some additional production, all of our sideline projects. By the end of the day, I am pup. I'm feeling the knock-on effect of a very, very crazy schedule. So being able to get home and unplug and just take a deep breath isn't just a nice refresher, it's absolutely vital. Our days are always frenetic, and you've got to really try to manage yourself as a resource through that process. So luckily, I don't have to look far to find my safe places, the energy that refills my cup, and these pups are very much a part of that, especially the Sky. Leo is an emotional support dog. He is just amazing, and he will always match my energy. So on days where I need a little TLC, he'll be right there. If you don't have pets in your life, you are missing out. They really are the ultimate life hack. You get this unconditional love, but they force you to take responsibility, or at least they should, outside of all of your own pressures, which can be a lifesaver in and of itself. So as all the neighborhood dogs catch up on their news, as you must at the end of the day, it really does hit home for me how when Linz and the kids are away, as they are now, these dogs become my emotional support structure. And that's got to go both ways. So they need to move, they need to have their little olfactory senses, their hunting instincts kick in, they've got to get outdoors. And I do too. An opportunity for me literally to recalibrate my brain and focus on the chill. Hey. Well, now that the pups have helped me to refill that emotional and almost spiritual cup, it's time for me to literally refill the cup. I need to get some good nutrients into my body. So let's whip up a pretty simple dinner. Come on. Where are you, pups? Come on. Leo, Lenny. Good girl. Come on, boy. Good boy. When I look at the meal that I'm making tonight, a nice chicken salad, it really does show how far I've come. I used to be all about the protein, and I think that's a fantastic diet to have if you're wanting to cut, if you wanted to grow your muscles. But since the intermittent fasting really took hold, I've realized that what I used to think was hunger was actually just a craving for yesterday's calories. Now, having done the fasting journey for a while, I now know that when I'm getting a craving, it's because my body needs that nutrient. So I've kind of earned the right to diversify my diet just a little bit. Well, my favorite way to unwind would be story time with my kids upstairs, but seeing as the house is very quiet tonight, I'm going to focus on my other children, the pups. Now, normally I'll just sit on the couch, enjoy my meal. I'll always have a plan of being up until like 10, 11 o'clock, soaking up my favorite streaming series. Chances are I'm going to pass out by like 8:30 tonight because I am exhausted. That was absolutely delicious, and yes, the company was awesome as well. Now time to take care of the hardware. And this is where my holistic health routine really kicks in. When I take care of my mouth, I am seeing that as a part of my overall well-being and health. And of course, it starts and ends every day with a 3-step process. So a good vigorous brush. If I feel that I need it, a nice floss, and then rinse my mouth with mouthwash. The best part about Listerine for me, it's super easy. You just take a swig, you swish it around for at least 30 seconds and you know it's done its job. In fact, 99% of germs removed. But what I really like about this, you know it's getting everywhere. That's a comprehensive clean and protection. It has been found that rinsing with a really good mouthwash is up to 5 times more effective at removing plaque than brushing and flossing alone. But the key thing here, to see results, you have to make it routine. And if you do stick to it every day, you will see and you will feel the results. Fresh, clean and protected. Now I need sleep. Let's go to bed. And that is how I take care of my oral hygiene. With the right routine, you too can boast your most confident smile. In fact, if you want to complete the clean, just reach for Listerine. Now I think time for one last little cuddle before we go to bed. Hello, boy. Come here. Come here.
Oh, my man, G, look at that. Thanks for sharing, buddy. You can always see, the thing is with Graham, he always smiles. Whenever he talks, whenever he sings, whenever he does anything, he always smiles. So it's at utmost important for him himself to look after his teeth. So thank you very much for sharing. And maybe that is something that you can adopt into your oral hygiene as well. We're going to take a very quick break. Stick around with us. Carissa and Zanele has got the details as what you can expect after the break.
Absolutely. Still so much to come your way. Yes, we spoke about breast cancer and self-examination at that as well. It's something that you and me, Zan, I think we should really take up quite seriously. I mean, we're in our younger days, let me put it that way, and it's something that we need to do in the mirror or in the bathroom is a self-examination. I mean, when was the last time you did it?
So, friend, please can I tell you, I'm somebody who actually, I've been so scared to try and do it, if I can be honest, because I feel like there are other people who are just like me as well, who are like, okay, I need to learn, and then I'll eventually do it when I think the time is right, but the time is right now. And the reason that we need to be able to do it right is because no one else knows our bodies like us, yeah? What about you, my Carissa?
No, I'm in the same boat. I think when I had a lot of scares around me, it did really like frighten me a little bit, but it's something that I've just consciously taken on to when I'm showering, you know, kind of get to know your body a little bit more as you're washing your armpit, kind of feel if there's anything abnormal that's happening there. That kind of puts it in the everyday so that if something does feel a bit off, you immediately notice, right?
Exactly, 100%. And I want to go back to it again to say no one else knows your body like you, which is why it's important for you to do the self-examination as much as you possibly can.
Yes, and early detection is key. That is something we definitely want to leave with you. And also, on the other side of this break, we want to let you know how Woolworths and My School is also contributing to raise awareness around breast cancer. All right, everybody's doing their part, and we're going to find out how you can too straight after this.
Thank you.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you for spending your morning with us on this Thursday. And as we touched on before the break, October, of course, marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's a time to educate and also inspire and empower as we reflect on the countless lives that have been touched by this disease. Now, over the years, we know that Woolworths and My School have worked with several NGOs to support breast cancer initiatives and also to raise funds towards this cause. And today, I'm really excited to get into this conversation. Project Flamingo COO Lou Stone, as well as breast cancer survivor Kathy Stanley, join us to share insights on breast cancer awareness initiatives and Kathy's personal journey as well and the importance of early detection. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I love the brightness of the colors. It's the first thing that caught my eye, the pink as well as the yellow. Yes, summer is here. But we're also celebrating today so many good things. I mean, I want to get into conversation with you first, Lo, all around Project Flamingo. I mean, what you guys do is so incredible. You clearly wear it proudly on your chest. Can you tell us a little bit more about Project Flamingo and the cause you, of course, are supporting?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for having us, and it's extra special to have Kathy with us this morning, a Flamingo patient, join us. We've been around for 14 years, and I think it's important to contextualize why we've been around for 14 years. The public health sector is under severe constraint, and there's a sort of rising burden of breast cancer diagnosis, not just at home, but globally. We see this every single day, and it's very important that to understand that in a resource-constrained environment with a rising burden, you're going to definitely have waiting periods that get too long for treatment, and that is why we existed and why we still exist and started 14 years ago. We have interventions that really target the vulnerable spaces, the vulnerable sort of gaps in this public sector to really fast track and help women along on this journey. Women are, more women are diagnosed with breast cancer than males. Males also get it, but it's by far more women. And we have to know that as well. And we're really here to help alleviate that burden and really get people to the equitable cancer care that they need, because everything we do comes from this belief that it's a fundamental human right.
Sure.
Women are the pillars of society, they're the fabric of communities, and we cannot let a disease like this, affect them in that way. So the work we do is, as I said, it fills those gaps. And what we're probably most famous for, and what people know us for, is our catch-up surgery program. We use volunteer surgeons and anaesthetists, and I want to express my absolute gratitude for these people who spend their Saturdays and help patients like Kathy to get the equitable cancer care and the treatment that they deserve. But we know that cancer, a diagnosis, is multi-layered. It's exceptionally complex, and the psychosocial part of a patient's well-being is very important. So we have a patient support program where we give them pamper packs when they're first diagnosed, just to really just connect with the patient, to make them feel seen. We have food parcels for chemotherapy patients, you won't believe, that are actually hungry, which is a massive problem. And then resources, educational breast cancer companions to help them understand what their body's going through.
Wow.
So that's our patient support. And then finally, we've got a health system strengthening program where we fund extra doctors, a psychologist. We pay for machinery to be, functional, because otherwise we can't treat and we can't diagnose. And cancer is a time-based disease. You cannot sit in a system where people are just not helped, and it's a human right, and that is why we're still here and why we're probably going to be around for a very long time.
Well, we hope so, Lo. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, the passion that you speak with just makes me feel like, okay, God forbid, but if anything should happen, like, we are in good hands, I mean, Kathy, maybe we could talk about your experience with...
Our experience, everything Lou's been talking about. The support, Project Flamingo, has been amazing. Really, really, from the diagnosis, I went to Grooteskuur. I had a mammogram. Cancer was found. What I noticed was that my left nipple started inverting, and the breast actually started changing shape at the end of last year. And then I was encouraged to get seen to, and a date was set 2 months away. So that waiting that you talked about, you're waiting, it was the longest wait.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And once I'd been diagnosed, it was the hardest part was telling my loved ones. That was very emotional and hard. So when I went for that, to be prepped on that date, you've mentally prepared yourself.
Of course,
and I was mapped. Your breasts are you're outlined, and where they're going to remove them, cut, surgery, and then injected with dye. And you wait, no food, no water. And I waited for my name to be called the next day, and it did. I did get called, but it wasn't for the op. They told me there was no time, and they'd run out of time. The first patient was a complicated case, so I would be upped in 2 months' time again. So that's when Project Flamingo came into my life, actually, and journeyed. I was told I'd be operated on Saturday, the catch-up surgery program. And actually it was with relief, because my friend and I had Googled Project Flamingo. I'd received a care package that Lou was talking about while I was at the breast clinic at Grooterskuur. And we'd explored, it was truly one of those packages that make you feel so special and loved and nurtured. Because you're in this environment that's you've just been shocked out of your mind. You're wondering how much more time you've got left to live. Is it what is my family going to say? My friends, my community. So I'm very grateful to Project Flamingo for the journey and for the catch-up surgery. I had the most amazing team, staff, volunteers. I mean, these people volunteer their Saturday.
Their time,
it's
their
precious.
skills.
I mean, they're so busy anyway, and here they are, and they're making you feel so special. It's just...
And a reminder, because you are Kathy, you know, and sometimes you forget that perhaps in those moments where you have these existential questions that you're faced with. But I love that, you know, they also recognize the value of human beings. I mean, to your point, Lou, to say it is a basic right for every single human being. And I'm so glad you were on the receiving end of that. I mean, yes, feel good stories. This is what we are here for. So, Lou, thank you for your work with Project Flamingo. And also, Kathy, thank you for sharing your story. That was really beautiful. Just quickly, where can people find Project Flamingo online?
Yes, so www.projectflamingo.co.za. We're on the socials. Yeah, it's very easy to find us over there. I want to mention this thing that Kathy didn't mention, and that she, before her op, went and raised 50,000 Rand for Project Flamingo by running with a flamingo strapped to her back and handing everybody our banking details. So she's inspired me beyond, and I'm just super grateful to be here.
Oh, stop it. Goosebumps all around. I would have loved to see that scene of you with the flamingo on your back. I love that, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us today. In 2023, Woolworths and the My School program helped raise over 120,000 Rand in donations for NGOs dedicated to addressing breast cancer, including, of course, our beloved Project Flamingo. I love boobies as well. Love that name. Breast Health Foundation's Pink Drive, Breasts a Cause for Nurses, and Pink Trees for Pauline. Now, to support this cause, all you have to do is simply add your preferred organization as your My School beneficiary, and a portion of your spend will be donated each time you shop. And remember, as we've said from the beginning of the show, early detection really does save lives. So perform regular self-screening, self-examinations, and of course consult your doctors if you discover anything that's irregular, anything that's a little bit odd for you and your body. That's where we leave this conversation for now, but we still have some feel good on the other side of this out in Jozi. Sanele, what's going down?
My Carissa, we are all about that feeling good indeed. Why? Because we've got one of the greatest to ever do it in the music industry in South Africa, on the African continent, and in the world. I'm talking about none other than Thammy Mdluli. Everybody, let's give it up for him and his band with African Jazz. Oh, come on, everybody! Thammy Mdluli and the band. Oh, my word. Absolutely incredible. Remember, we were asking you, how do you boost your energy? My energy is boosted now. I'm a good girl, and I'm so happy. Honestly, I feel like, friend, you need to stick around because there's more of this coming up. But speaking of what's coming up, we're going to be getting into understanding skin reactions. It is all about us and knowing our skin. But we're also going to be getting into something that sounds absolutely delicious. Raspberry-filled chocolate Swiss rolls. How do you make them? Where do they come from? We're going to be finding out very soon right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on S3. Thank you for joining us. If you just tuned in, welcome. Now, today we are covering a topic that affects, I think, many families. Allergic skin reactions, which can be rather uncomfortable and also worrisome. Now, here to help us understand these reactions better and shed some light on this rather important issue is renowned pediatrician and allergologist Claudia Gray. Claudia, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
Yeah, glad we're talking about this because just off air we were talking about how bad allergies all of a sudden got over the past 2 weeks. With, look, we're happy summer's here, but that comes with a lot of allergies. But we are honing in on skin, allergic skin reactions. So first and foremost, I think, take us through what are we talking about when you talk about allergic skin reactions?
Yeah, so Ewan, first of all, this is a huge topic. And as you say, we're not talking about sniffly noses and tight chests.
Yeah.
Today we're focusing on the skin.
The skin.
Despite that, it's a huge topic with lots of sub-areas. So when we're talking about skin reactions, allergic skin reactions, we really mean a reaction of the skin to something that really shouldn't be dangerous. But your body has misinterpreted it and is wrongfully reacting against it, causing skin lesions of all shapes and sizes. So if we look at our broad categories, we're talking eczema. I think most people know eczema, sort of fine, red, incredibly itchy rash, often in the creases.
I didn't actually know that's an allergic condition.
Well, it's in the allergic umbrella,
okay.
but we'll talk about that just now. And then the second big category is the hives, or the urticaria is the medical terminology for that. And those are sort of more sudden onset rashes. They can be little white or red circles, and characteristically each lesion disappears within 24 hours, but it might reappear in different places. Of course, we can have other nuances such as contact reactions, where someone's reacting to earrings, for example, or belts, or skin products, or hair products. We can have papular urticaria, which is a reaction to an insect bite, where you get one bite, but the whole area erupts. So there are many facets to this term called skin allergic reactions.
Absolutely. I think one of the most challenging things, I think specifically if we focus on children, for parents to identify what triggers these allergic reactions. I mean, where do we even start? Let's say your kid presents with an eczema, or I mean, how do you go about that as a parent?
Well, you start with an excellent history. If you're visiting a healthcare practitioner, that's where it all starts. And sometimes you can see a pattern. So a lot of conditions are misunderstood, and here it depends entirely on what skin reaction you're talking about. So let's talk about hives. That might be easier. The parent might find, every time my kid eats scrambled egg, there are hives around the mouth, and that could be part of a greater reaction. You might find, well, every time I'm in cold water, I get hives. Or every time I'm sick with a virus, I get hives. So hives can even have different nuances. There's a completely separate condition called chronic spontaneous urticaria, where long-term your skin just produces too much histamine out of the blue, so not even triggered by a particular allergy, and that's massive histamine over-release. If you think about something like eczema, everybody always walks into my room saying, what is my child allergic to? Thinking there's a magic bullet that they can remove from their diet or environment and the eczema will be dramatically better. That's not the case, a lot more complicated than that. So eczema is predominantly genetic, but you'll find that there are some triggers which make it worse, like heat and sweating, swimming with the chlorine, stress in adults, they often get hand eczema, and even sickness. So when kids are sick, their eczema flares. So in terms of causation, we're talking completely a huge spectrum, which may be from life-threatening allergic reactions to something that's completely out of the blue without a specific trigger.
Yeah, I think it's also, I mean, if you as a parent and as a human being, I mean, you walk the journey, you start getting to know your body as well, and you start, recognizing what to look out for. But at what point do we need to come and see you? What is that kind of turning point where you would say, listen, now you need to get to the doc for this?
Yeah, so I think with the rashes, the turning point is quite early because they're quite difficult to self-diagnose and they're often misunderstood and they're treated so
that's the
differently.
challenging thing, yeah.
For example, hives respond beautifully to the neurogeneration antihistamines, but eczema doesn't. So you need to know what you're dealing with. You need to know, is it just the skin or is it part of a greater reaction? Because that one could be life-threatening, one could be pretty nothing really to worry about. So for this reason, because there's such a wide variety and it's so misunderstood, I always think rashes deserve to be seen, and they're often misinterpreted even in the family practice level. I get so many people who've had hive episodes, spontaneous hives, who've had allergy tests which came up with false positives. They've taken everything out of their diet. They come to me and I say, it's got nothing to do with food. This is just a histamine reaction in your skin.
Wow.
So I think see your practitioner early.
Yeah, especially if you are unsure, rather just
Absolutely.
Claudia, thank you very much. I know this is quite a challenging topic. I mean, you obviously carry all the knowledge, but to convey that in terms of for us people to understand it, that is the challenging part. But thank you very much. I mean, it is allergy season right now, but here's a chance for you to win this morning. Seticare giving you, or Set to Sit, giving you the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash this morning. All you need to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us what's the most common trigger for your allergic skin reactions. Don't forget to include that hashtag #SetToSit. The competition closes tomorrow. That's Friday, the 18th of October. And remember, T's and C's do apply. And you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com. Take care of your skin.
And we are back in the kitchen, baby. It took me a while, but eventually I got here. I'm so glad that I get to share the space with Quinley Wild. Yes, you've seen him cooking up a storm with Ewan, and now we get into all things goodness. Still on the dessert front, when it comes to this, it is, of course, something so delicious. It will definitely kick your craving. We're getting into the kitchen to make a delicious raspberry-filled chocolate Swiss roll that's just perfect for any sweet tooth. In fact, I want to make this for my fellow parents, my man, the people around me, because it's one of those desserts that could probably go for 3 days. We have a slice a day.
Absolutely.
I mean, how long does it last in your house, though?
My house? 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
I'll
That's
eat
all
it
he's
in
giving
2
it.
seconds. I love the stuff. So,
okay, Quinny, what are you handling here?
I'm going to start out with whisking this now. I usually use a hand beater again, but
No, you got to. It's
I'm
arm day.
looking for an arm workout.
It's
So
arm
let's do
day.
it. If you're looking for like a 5-minute arm workout, this is definitely a go-to for you.
So what are you stirring right now? What is that?
This is just eggs and sugar.
Oh, wow.
So you're trying to aerate this as much as
Right.
possible.
Okay.
Just getting as much air into it, whisking as hard
You
as I
can do
possibly can.
it.
You know,
Go, Quinny, go.
getting the arms pumped.
And then you're adding in what? What other ingredients do you have around you?
So obviously I've got flour and what I believe is baking powder.
Lovely.
So I'm going to sift that in thirds.
Ah.
Just adding it in and making sure not to overwork the flour.
Okay, and over here we've got cocoa, I assume.
We do indeed.
Because it's a chocolate Swiss roll. I haven't had that before. I've had the traditional like vanilla. That's very delicious and sweet. We have it with our afternoon delights, a little bit of tea. What is this?
That is a shot of coffee.
No, that's vanilla essence, sir.
Is that? Oh gosh.
I'm the chef now.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will,
no,
I will
you're
tell
gonna
you
deal
what's
with the
going on.
coffee,
I am
yeah.
dealing with the coffee. So this is going to be the filling. We've got the
Yeah.
cream, the coffee, and the raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this one of your recipes?
This actually is, yes.
Okay.
So
what inspired this?
I may have taken it off the internet, but I've been using this recipe for a very long time and I've sort of claimed it.
Oh, I love this.
I do love the chocolate and coffee flavor. I'm a big coffee addict, unfortunately. It's something I can't escape. I can't
don't get
escape
enough
the
rest?
cravings. Listen, I do a lot of social media stuff and I have to edit late at night, so coffee is my best friend at the moment. Yeah.
The addiction starts early, essentially, is
It
what
does.
Quinn is saying. But speaking about social media, I wonder on your journey of Tastemaster Junior, how you sort of leverage social media, the digital platform, along with traditional TV. How did that come together for you?
Well, I see on Tastemaster Junior's Instagram account, they do tag me quite often. So that has, actually, I've seen a visible boost in my following.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a series challenge where I run every single day until I have a girlfriend, actually. And I run 1 meter for every follower that I have.
Okay.
So I'm actually at 5,800 followers, I believe. So
And
today,
no girlfriend yet?
No girlfriend yet. But today I'm running 5,800 meters.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, my Instagram is @QuinnyWild, guys.
5,800 meters. I'm trying to do the maths there. That's about
5.8.
5Ks.
5.8 Ks.
Just under 6Ks is crazy.
It
But
is.
also your fitness journey now is going to coincide with your follower growth.
And also it does coincide with the Tastemaster Junior's Instagram, so it's just
we love to
it's just
see
it's
it.
just boosting my following big time, and I collaborate with them on different reels. So I'm just trying to incorporate what I can.
You must. You absolutely must. I mean, we live in a digital era. You're a young kid. You have to be on social media. That's how people connect with you, because not everybody is, of course, on the traditional TV. But we love that you're here, though. I'm spilling coffee everywhere.
You've added the jam into the.
Was that wrong? Was I not meant
into
to
the
do
cream?
that?
No, it's fine. I mean,
You
it's
didn't stop me.
experimental. We're experimenting here,
Okay.
and we'll see if that works. Yeah.
Okay, what was I supposed to do?
Add the jam separately.
What do you mean separately? On top of the...
onto the Swiss roll itself.
No, you know
yeah.
what? You said this was Quinley's Swiss roll. It's actually Carissa's Swiss roll. We've changed the gears.
Okay.
And we're going to make sure this tastes delicious. You want to taste
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't seem like it's turning out too badly,
It
actually.
actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that I've spilt this everywhere. Okay, you are the taste master. Will you taste this?
Okay.
Let me know.
I'm joking. I'm joking. It tastes
It's
okay.
good? Okay,
Yeah.
good. We're
It's
on
all right.
the right path.
Yes.
We've aerated the sugar and the eggs, and now we're going in with the dry ingredients.
We are indeed.
Okay.
So I'm going to mix this around, just get it incorporated throughout the mixture.
Right.
And then I'm going to Sift it in thirds.
And you would suggest sifting. Does that do anything? If you don't do it, will it
Yeah,
flop?
it does soften it and allow you to mix it in quite a lot easier.
Okay, nice. Now, when it comes to the Swiss roll, I know you do this technique where you kind of like turn it around. Do you have any tips to not crack your Swiss roll as you rolling it?
Absolutely. So you'll be using the cloth that you're rolling it with to just sort of support the base of the Swiss roll. So as you're rolling it, you're lifting that cloth and then rolling it with your hands. So you just keep on supporting it, and along the way it'll be fine. And also another tip is not to over mix your batter because that'll make it a lot more hard and lead to cracking.
Okay, I love this. It's kind of like rolling a sushi roll, right?
Absolutely, exactly.
And then you're using the mat to kind of assist you along the way. We're here for the support. We're here for the love. So after you're done there, you put it in. Do you bake it and then put the filling inside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm learning, okay?
So,
baking is not my thing. We're figuring it out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's great.
Listen, tell me more about this journey of being in a competition. Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
You
Any chance I got, yeah.
Okay.
It's just an amazing experience in general. I do think it builds resilience, and I've been able to handle pressure a lot better in just like normal day interactions. You know, if someone that I don't know, like business meetings, because I'm talking
business
to brands.
meetings.
I'm talking to brands, you know, about sponsorships, and I get very scared and anxious sometimes. And like now being on camera and going through that stress, it helps me a lot with stress outside of the kitchen.
No, I love this. And you're handling this stress very well.
I hope so.
Well done to you. Absolutely loving this. Okay, so we're adding a little bit of salt. We're adding some baking powder or soda?
Yes.
What did you say?
Baking powder.
Baking powder, and then also vanilla essence. Oh, I love this combination.
It's going to be great.
And then you're adding strawberries on top to kind of balance out the sweetness, I assume?
Yes.
It's just for decor.
Oh, decor and sweetness, why not? I mean, strawberries taste amazing, so you may as well add them. When you are mixing your batter, you are going to want to mix it in very gently and fold it. Just
that's
folding
the
it gently. You're going to want to treat the flour like you treat your girlfriend, just very gently and be very demure with the batter.
Very cutesy, very mindful.
Exactly, guys.
And this is the guy that's running in order to get his girlfriend.
I'm extremely trendy.
No, we love this. Listen, don't forget to catch, not necessarily Quinny, but the rest of the guys on Tastemaster Junior, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on SABC2. And well done, Quinny. We're so proud of you. And you were made for TV. I'm sure you would agree. This guy's fantastic. We're going to have you back. Don't worry. Yeah. Win with the Tastemaster Junior and Clover. Watch this week's show and bake your favorite market-inspired sweet or savory treat using any Clover product. Upload it to socials by replying to the competition post using hashtag the Tastemaster Junior and hashtag Clover Made with Love. You could win a KitchenAid Classic Stand Mixer plus a Clover hamper. Don't miss the Tastemaster Junior, Tuesday evenings at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2. Clover Made with Love.
Make sure you tune in. It's going to be very exciting. Baking is a science, and Quinley, he does it just right. Stick around. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we're going to focus on the importance of SPF, especially if you are gearing up for the Cape Town Marathon. Got to look after your skin, and especially that harsh African sun. We'll get into that story, and then we're going to jump back into the kitchen. This time around, we're going to take a look at Willie's new exciting range of venison and ostrich meats. We're going to be cooking up a storm in just a bit. Stick around. We'll see you just now.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
Hello, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on S3. And I mentioned we're going to be focusing on the importance of SPF. And we're talking about a marathon, right? It may last just a few hours, but the training for a marathon takes countless more. We know this.
I do. I only ran a 10K, but I've definitely been keeping my eye on the marathon runners gearing up for this weekend. And Nivea Sun ensures that runners stay protected from harmful UV rays during those long hours outdoors. And they're long hours, let me tell you.
Man.
Now, we met up with a dedicated runner who took us through his preparation for the Cape Town Marathon. Let's take a look.
I'm Matthew Glant. I'm a final-year medical student at UCT, and I've been running since 2019, and I've been running marathons since 2022. So what running means to me is that it's about discipline and it's about self-care. As a medical student, I have to take care of other people, and this gives me time to take care of myself, to put myself first and put my health first. Running does a lot for you. It helps prevent heart disease. Being in a consistent running practice means you have to eat well, you have to sleep well. All those things allow you to be a better person in terms of your health. So I always apply sunscreen when I'm training, when I'm running my races. Even on a day like this where it's cloudy out, you don't even realize that you're going to be burning. Just because you can't feel the sun doesn't mean the UV rays aren't there. So applying sunscreen, even when it's cloudy outside, when you think it's too early in the morning or too late at night, apply your sunscreen. I always warm up for my runs. It's very important to me. If you want to have a good session, you have to be warm, and this is very much part of it. It gets you into that mental space. I find that the long is the best way to prepare for the marathon. You're out there every weekend, 3 to 4 hours, and that helps to get you mentally ready for the race day. That and the crowd. The crowds do a lot to help you get through. Well, Cape Town's big running scene inspired me to run marathons, and seeing everyday people do it made me think that I could do it myself. So my favorite part about training for a marathon is definitely the people. Cape Town has so many run clubs, so many crews, so many clubs that you can join, and you can just get invested in other people's goals, then get invested in your goals. And so it just becomes this really positive community where everyone shows up every week and just bears themselves. That's my favorite part about running marathons. I'm going to take you guys through one of my speed sessions. This is a simple one of 10 times 400 meters. I know marathons all about the slow endurance stuff, but you have to keep the speed up if you want to actually have a good result on race day. Doing marathon training, you're going to have really tough days, and you're going to have to think to yourself, how am I going to get through it? For me, discipline is really important. It's about realizing why I'm doing it. That's what motivates me to get through those tough days. Some would say that the marathon training itself is actually the marathon, not really the race itself, and I think that's fair. You spend tens, if not hundreds of hours preparing for this event, so the race day is kind of the easy part. I think there's a big misconception that just because you have darker skin, you don't need sun protection. That's not true. I've had my fair share of sunburns before. So I think it's important to have a good sunscreen with a good SPF rating. This one's 50, and it's nice and long-lasting. And applying sunscreen everywhere is super important. I know I've missed the back of my neck a few times, and I've burnt myself quite a lot during my long run. So applying everywhere and applying well is really important. I'm quite excited about Cape Town Marathon. It'll be my third one in a row. The distance never gets any easier. It doesn't get any less scary. But yeah, I'm really excited to give my all. Cape Town Marathon is quite a flat route. Why you think that might be easier? It's actually kind of harder because you do the same muscles over and over. So I've been doing a lot of gym work, I've been doing a lot of speed work just to make sure I'm nice and strong, ready for race day. Cape Town Marathon is quite a long day. It's usually quite sunny, quite hot. So I've got friends and family throughout the course there with cold water and sunblock for me. Running marathons is really hard. It's very difficult to pace yourself. I plan to go out quite easy for the first 30 Ks, and then the last 12, just give it my all, whatever's left in the tank. My go-to tip for making sure you don't forget to put on sunscreen is to always have it in your bag. If you have it, you'll never forget it.
I absolutely love what he was saying about discipline and also remembering your why, especially as you get into that 30-35 kilometer mark. But good luck to all other runners this coming weekend. And remember, SPF is absolutely vital. Nivea Sun offers SPF 50, water resistance, and trigger spray that makes application quick and also easy. So it's something you want to grab on your way or even before you head out to training. And we know that training for a marathon does take time, dedication, and also sun protection, most importantly. And as we have learned today, Nivea Sun is essential for staying safe in the sun while pushing toward the finish line. Buy any Nivea Sun product and you could stand a chance of winning big. And here is how.
Wouldn't you love to visit the home of tropical island of treasure Zanzibar? Well, you can. Buy any Nivea Sun product, dial *120*607#, and you could stand a chance to win a trip for two to the Safira Blue Luxury Resort and Villas in Zanzibar. Keep your till slip handy. T's and C's apply. You could be soaking up the sun in Zanzibar.
All right, jumping back into the kitchen, and when it comes to meat offerings, Woolworths believes in consistent quality when it comes to their meat offerings, and that includes venison and ostrich products. Now, earlier this week, we learned a little bit more about where Woolies' venison and ostrich products come from, and the details, really, it makes all the difference. Now, this morning in the kitchen, senior product developer Trykie van Rooyen is here to introduce us to their range of venison and ostrich meats and snacks. My mouth is watering already. Trykie, welcome and good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
This looks delicious. Now, I mentioned last week we got a little bit of a peek into what goes into the venison and the ostrich products, where it comes from. But if you could explain for those who missed it, you know, what really sets the bar? What sets you a cut above the rest?
I think the range of product. I don't know, have you ever hunted?
Once before. Only once before.
I think there's two type of customers. The one customer that like hunting, they eat venison.
Yeah.
And then the other customer that also want to explore the uniqueness of venison and ostrich. It's got quite a unique taste.
Yeah.
But a beautiful product, naturally low in fat, and actually the ideal product to entertain with.
It's a healthy meat option, very healthy meat option.
High in iron, naturally high in iron. The biggest mistake that customers sometimes make is they overcook the product. And then the product tends to be dry, and then they don't want to go back to it.
I think that really sets or puts a lot of people off from the get-go if it's not prepared properly.
Yeah. So a tip that I want to give the customers is if you braai ostrich or venison steak, do it medium to rare. That is actually the best way how to eat the product. And keep it pure, keep it lean, keep it clean. Don't cover the product with rich sauces, specifically in summer. Just rub with olive oil, like a lemon juice.
A little bit of salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. And then if I can refer to the plankie steaks here.
Yes.
It's such a trend at the moment to eat plankie steak. It's sharing, it's caring for the rest of your people that you entertain. That smokiness of if you cook it on the fire, gives it a really lovely flavor. And if you look at the range of products here, we've got an ideal range to entertain.
Chat to me through what we can expect and what we see in the shelves of Woolies with regards to the range.
If we start at ostrich, we've got a wide variety of ostrich steaks and fillet. We've got ostrich mince, lovely for a lasagna. You can mix it with pork mince if you want to have a little bit of more succulence. Ostrich kebabs in a barbecue marinade. And their product not in the packaging, we've also got ostrich burgers, which is also quite lean. And then the lovely ostrich sausage, which with a boerewors flavor profile.
And then the venison side?
On the venison side, also quite a wide variety of product. Also sausage, venison fillets, fan fillet, steak, venison mince, exactly the same as ostrich, nice and lean. And then we've also got a lovely range of droewors, snap sticks, biltong in different pack sizes. And you can see the snack platter there. Ideal also for just snacking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Look,
think quite a good choice.
I think you've sorted out our bra essentials for the weekend, but it is very true in the preparation when it comes to venison. Maybe do a little bit of research as well. But I know for a fact when you're going to go braai something like venison, make sure you don't braai it straight out of the fridge. Make sure it rests a little bit, get room temperature, just like you would any steak, but a quick hot sizzle, and make sure not to overdo it. Now, I love a good plunky braai. In fact, I had one just this last weekend as well, and it's so lovely with friends and sharing, like you were saying. Sharing is caring. So talk to me what you've put on the platter here. Maybe there's something that I can taste because I haven't had breakfast yet.
We've got the ostrich kebabs. That was also on the coals. Ostrich burgers, venison burger, and then a venison steak.
Lovely.
And it looks
you can see
like
that's beautifully done, yeah.
perfect. And some boerewors or sausage. And it looks like cubes on the other end of the
of the board on that side. So I mean, if you put something like this together, I mean, this is really, I love that. You know, I still like good old traditional where everyone sits down or whatever, but it's so nice to eat off the fire onto the plank and everyone is just gesellig.
Yeah.
See, that's what it's all about. So Tracy, thank you very much for joining us and just giving us some ideas and for the fantastic range that Woolies puts forward, and you know, in terms of keeping us healthy as well with the meat offerings and where it comes from. We know that we can eat quality. Of course, Woolworths and their suppliers follow very strict guidelines to ensure that only the highest quality products grace their shelves. So what you can do is you can shop ostrich and venison meat at Woolworths, available in-store, online and on the app. And with that being said, breakfast is served. Thanks, Reiki.
Pleasure.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, honey, we've been having such a beautiful morning together, and it's only going to get better. Why? The amazing, incredible, one of the most iconic faces on television. Her name is Roxy Verga. She's in the building.
I'll be my own hype girl. Okay?
I love that. I'll be your other hype girl.
Yes,
How are you, girl?
So good.
That's good.
So good.
You're glowing.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you look like you're fresh out of Zanzibar, if you ask me.
I mean, it's that Zanzibar sunset glow.
That's right.
Yes. I was wearing pink and red today, so I'm kind of channeling mixed berries and Zanzibar sunset.
I love that. I love it for you.
Zanzibar sunrise, sorry.
That's okay. It's the same thing. Looks the same.
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
But Rox, you are no stranger to television and competition coming together.
True.
You know, do you still get nervous about it?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Tropical Island of Treasure is a big deal.
It is.
It's an iconic show. Like, this has been happening, what, 11 seasons now?
Yeah.
So I was absolutely nervous but excited. I love a good challenge. As
and
you mentioned, competitive.
You are very competitive.
You saw,
Roxy.
hey?
Yeah. I mean, you were firstly like a young surprise to everyone.
Yes, wild card
Exactly.
entry. Surprise
and for me, I'm like, they chose the perfect person because you love competition.
Thank you.
But you also love the bag. So,
Yeah,
you know, a
know.
share of R1 million and a brand new Suzuki Jimny. Yes, please.
Exactly.
Tell me about, you know, how the experience like has been for you just in terms of Tropical Island of Treasure.
It was incredible. It was, you know, I had babies in the last like 7 years.
Yes.
So this was something that I wanted for the moms. I was like, and I wanted it for me, like something solely for me
Yeah.
to prove what I can do, to challenge myself.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make my kids proud.
Yes.
I really, especially my daughter, especially my girl child. I was like, this is for you. And it was just an incredible experience. I mean, I was tough at times. Like,
Very tough.
Let's be honest. Some of those games, they show you flames.
Yes.
But it was amazing. I absolutely loved it.
But speaking of those, you know, how are you enjoying watching the drama unfold on TV?
So,
Because
yeah.
there's been some dramatic moments, honey.
Some spicy comments, a little bit of saltiness here and there, which is to be expected, and it makes it exciting and fun to watch.
Yes.
I think it's quite interesting because your perception of how things went down is maybe not how other people saw it go down. So that's where you get lots of personalities in the mix. And hey, honey, that's reality TV. That's what we signed up for. But it's really cool. It's fun. So far, like, it's been amazing. I've loved watching every episode. Can't wait for the next one.
Me too. Episode 4 is looming, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what happens.
I know.
But also, it's so hilarious that you say that, where you're like, you know, you thought that this is how you saw something, then you see someone's diary, and you're like, oh,
really?
That was your comment on it?
You know, the Tropical Girls, all those two, they can be naughty together, hey? Team Tropical.
I love them, and I love you guys. Best comments
Best
indeed.
comments.
So are yours and Muntu's, because you guys are very honest as well.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay, I hope we don't get ourselves into trouble.
Well, we're gonna find out.
We'll soon see. But yeah, my bestie Buntu, I love him to death. Like the best partner. Had the best time.
What do you think is your favorite thing about you two coming together as Team Mango Peach?
You know, I think God knows what you need. I can get like super. You know, when I'm competitive, I maybe sort of get a little bit like blinded.
Okay.
Buntu was very calm, cool, calm, and collected. What did he say? Smooth is slow, was slow is smooth. He had this whole mantra about smooth is fast, fast is I don't even remember.
Yes.
But he was like a calming energy, and we worked so well together. I
love that.
As you've seen, because we've been doing really well.
Well, honey, you really have been doing really well.
In case you haven't seen.
Oh, sorry. We have Mango Peach,
You know,
okay?
close to the top of that leaderboard.
Hey.
Hot on the heels of mixed berries.
Must
just saying.
be nice.
Must be fab.
Speak to us about what you think got you guys there. What do you think is your biggest strength?
I think we communicate really well and keep it calm because I don't know if anybody saw this very hilarious moment in the last episode where I bit into a millie, into a millie stalk trying to find sugarcane, which was incredibly stupid. I'll be the first to admit that. But when you're under so much pressure, it's very different. Playing a game for funsies and playing a game for R1 million and a Suzuki Jimny. Two different things.
100%.
So he kept me calm, he kept me grounded, and I think the two of us communicated really well together.
I loved your comment about it, where you were like, don't bash it until you...
Precisely.
You don't know the pressure.
You might just be eating a millie stalk thinking it's sugarcane. And you know what? We're here now, and it happened.
And you'll do anything for that share of R1 million, darling.
And we ended up, actually, in my opinion, winning that challenge because mixed berries actually only got that bonus point guy.
Oh,
so
because of the...
technically,
Okay.
we were actually on top, Zanele.
Technically.
Can you tell that I'm slightly competitive?
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, I'm looking into the camera for some...
whatever, girl.
Some help from home because...
But yes, I think it was just overall an incredible experience. I cannot complain. It was so great.
I love that. And I mean, there's still so many episodes to come, which is my favorite part.
I know.
Like, I shudder to think of the day.
Because we know what's
episode
coming.
12.
We know.
You know?
We know what's
But you
coming.
see, without saying too much, why should our Expresso family tune into Tropical Island of Treasure 6:30 every Saturday?
So, you know, as a reality TV junkie, I thought I was fairly prepared for the twists and the turns. I think 90% of the time you saw that our jaws were on the floor because then we came to sunset ceremony and something changed. Zanele was throwing curveballs at us. I love you, but at the time I didn't want to look at you. It's a season where it just was up and down.
Yeah.
And I think it's anybody's game, and that is the honest truth. I'm not just saying that. It really is anybody's game, and there's much to come, and it's very dramatic.
I love it.
Yeah.
You heard it from Roxy Burger. I mean, I've been telling you as well, but now you've got the Roxy Burger telling you, my friend. Drama, drama, drama. You know how iconic you are. Please
Bless you, child.
It is literally all you need on a Saturday, 6:30. It is on S3, and of course, it is Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. And don't forget, you can catch the repeat at 9 p.m. on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure on Mondays. However, my lovely, it is quite the season, and it's because of the likes of Roxy. So do tune in. However, I do also say this much. There's a lot that's still going to happen. This Saturday evening on Tropical Island of Treasure. We're back at the beach.
I just don't want to get into the water.
You can do this, go.
Come, Z!
Everyone is shouting.
You got this, Tristan?
2-2, 3-2.
What?
I'm not touching this thing.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
No, man. No.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Catch Tropical Island of Treasure Saturday evening at 6:30 on S3. Repeat Fridays at 6 and Monday at 2 on S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. It's your Thursday morning. Now, from transporting essential goods to helping drive the economy forward, Isuzu has become a trusted name in not only the commercial space, but the trucking industry specifically as well. And this year marks 60 years of Isuzu in South Africa. Now, this morning, Senior Vice President at Isuzu, Craig Uren, is here to chat about how their trucks continue to play a vital role in supporting the growth of companies across the country. Craig, thank you very much for joining us. It's lovely to chat to you about this, man, because I've got fond memories. Grew up with Isuzu. My dad was, he was a fan, and that's what we had. But I mean, we're talking about 60 years. It is a lifetime. It is a long lifetime. In what way, what role did Isuzu play in this time period?
Yeah, fundamentally, Isuzu is a societal brand, and everything we do and our philosophy is around what do we do to contribute to society. So we've evolved over the 60 years from, I can remember my days going to the station with my father to fetch whatever was delivered, and bring it back, and how the supply chain and distribution has changed over 60 years to where we are today. And I think society doesn't necessarily give credit to the wheels of the economy literally get turned on trucks. And looking at your previous insert, you know, how did the meat get here?
Yeah.
How was it delivered? How did it get from the farm? So fundamentally, we're intrinsic in every aspect of society that's around us. You know, we sit here, where the tables, chairs, as I say, get here.
Everything, I mean, transport.
So, as I said, you forget about it, but fundamentally, your bread, there's a 4 in 5 chance it arrived on an Isuzu truck. There's a 3 in 5 chance your goods that you tasted earlier came in that. So, you know, we've got to respect the role we play, and we do. And we're always looking at ways, particularly in the current environment we're in. It's a really tough. We don't need to tell consumers that, but we've got a role to play to make the supply chain viable, sustainable, and that's where we play.
Yeah, and I think also what is very important, I think, for any successful business that's being able to keep running for so many years is the adaptability to change. In what way would you say Isuzu has been able to adapt? Because you say it is an ever-evolving, ever-changing industry.
Yeah, I think a good example, you know, to give, whether we're talking about the municipal environment, the plumbers, the electricians in city of Cape Town or Joburg, electricity, water, parks, gardens, they're not professional drivers, they're artisans. You know, the guys delivering bread are merchandisers, salesmen. So we strive to make their office, which is the truck, their place of business, and how do we make sure we make it easy for them? So, I challenge people to go and, you know, it's easy to drive. We introduced 2-pedal technology. You've got a brake and accelerator. You don't have to change gears. Again, because that's what the environment needs. So that's the philosophy we follow, as I say, as societal. How do we make a difference?
Yeah. And of course, you know, looking into the future where sustainability in terms of, you know, going green plays a bigger and bigger role in our society as well. There's another adaptation. So what does the future look like for Isuzu? What's the planning in this space?
Very interesting question. We, this week in Cape Town, celebrating 100 years of automotive assembly and manufacturing in this country. Yes, we've been at it 60 years, but looking forward, it's changing quickly. I think since COVID, you know, how do your point of sale get to the market?
That's it.
Etc. You know, fast forward maybe 20, 30 years, how much of that will be autonomous? How much of that will be driven by some different level of power source? We've got vehicles running up in Joburg on compressed natural gas already for certain industries, Euro 5 technology. So it's evolving and adapting, and society drives the need. And we have to follow the needs simplistically, and that's how we will evolve the products. I think we lose sight that you've got to follow what the consumer and the needs are, not what you want to impose on society. So every territory in the world will be different, and it'll have a different outcome.
Absolutely. And I think, I mean, it just speaks to, you know, that kind of mindset from Isuzu and the entire team and the brand itself that literally became a household name over the years. It's that forward thinking, constantly forward thinking, what's new, what's next. And also, I think the different offerings that you guys bring to the table, whether you are a massive, large scale business or a small business.
Sure.
There's definitely something for everyone.
Sure. And that's fundamental. You know, the economy needs to be built up from the grassroots up. And as I say, a truck is a business. It contributes, it makes you money. And you've got to make sure you find the right medium, whether it's a SMME or a large-scale a household distribution centre. You've got to find the happy medium, and everyone's got to have their place in the sun. And that's what drives the economy.
Yeah, look, we want to thank you for your incredible work over the years, and we look forward to what the future still holds. I always said, you know, if I could choose another type of job, I would be a long-distance trucker, because I've had fun to drive, man. It really, really is. So thank you very much for your input and your chat with us this morning. Thank you for supporting our businesses and our economy as well. Really appreciate that. Now, if you are looking for a truck that can grow with your business and fit all your transportation needs, Isuzu has got you covered. Check out their range range and find the perfect fit for your company at their website, isuzu.co.za.
Well, speaking about traveling and moving around, whether you're doing it for business, finding a place where convenience meets comfort is definitely key. Now, with modern rooms, a newly upgraded gym, and also world-class dining, the Protea Hotel by Marriott OR Tambo is the ultimate stopover for both business as well as leisure. And our girl Kutle got to experience it firsthand. Let's take a look at this.
Your pit stop between two destinations calls for a hotel where business and pleasure meet for the most luxurious stay. So join me to enjoy the perks of the centrality of the Protea Hotel by Marriott OR Tambo Airport. The room amenities and comfort of the hotel truly make you feel like you're home away from home. I mean, the bed that I'm currently sitting on is so comfortable. The decor is also very simple and can cater to different types of people and different personalities as well. I think that the finishes are very sleek and very modern. I absolutely love this space. I arrived just in time to witness the unveiling of the new gym facility with upgraded equipment. In fact, new equipment all around. And just being there, seeing the ribbon being cut, made me feel like I'm part of this new chapter of the Protea Hotel by Marriott OR Tambo Airport and the new gym facility. I feel like I need to speak to someone, so they rename it the Gutha Adams Gym. Amy, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for welcoming us to your stunning hotel.
Of course, thank you so much for joining us.
Please tell us more about Protea Hotel by Marriott OR Tambo Airport.
We've undergone a massive refurbishment this year, and we're now boasting 213 bedrooms, 9 conference rooms, and a magnificent new restaurant, bar, gym, and conference room on the ground floor. So we've combined a theme of romantic aviation with exceptional customer service, and it's giving guests an experience that they just cannot miss when visiting Johannesburg. So the speedy service, the professionalism of our associates means we're great for business. The pool, the proximity to the airport means we're perfect for a leisure stopover, and our conference center that can accommodate 500 people makes us the perfect spot for your next conference.
Can you please walk us through the new look and feel of the bar?
Of course. So we've incorporated that romantic aviation theme again, where we've got the aeroplane steel pop rivet look that's been softened by leather and fabric and plants to really create a space that makes you feel comfortable.
I cannot wait to explore more of this incredible hotel. Amy?
Of course, please make yourself at home.
Welcome to Maboneng, a vibrant canvas of culture and color. This is the heart of the city. This is where it all happens, from the local food to local crafts. I'm here to show you exactly why you need to visit Maboneng when you're visiting Johannesburg. Maboneng street art captures the creative spirit of Johannesburg in different ways. It is dynamic, different textures, different fabric, different cultures, and that's what Johannesburg is all about. It's a melting pot of heritage and culture. One piece of art that definitely stood out for me has to be the denim jacket with the beautiful art piece painted at the back. One of one, unique and creative. Tepo, can I just say I'm really excited to be here, Komaimai, because this is the first time I've heard so much about it. Please tell me more about this market.
So Komaimai Traditional Healers Market is one of the oldest markets in the city. There's a lot of traditional hair, traditional medicine, traditional doctors. And because of that, there started becoming an influx of food traders. And you've never been to Maimai until you come and experience their food. Cool, so we've got Uputu here, yes. We've got some Vorsen steak, and we've got amazing relish that they have. So let's enjoy.
100% Masekutet, ready. Oh, look at this meat.
It's amazing.
Listen, after a long day of exploring Jozi Maboneng, my body is definitely calling for time out. And there's no better way to recharge than with a pamper session at Live Day Spa. Relaxation mode activated. Oriel, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for welcoming me. Can you please take us through some of the treatments and the massages that you offer here at the spa?
You've been up on your feet the whole day, so we'll advise you then to have a beautiful flotation therapy, which will help you then just relax, float weightlessly above the water. It's going to help you with your stiff skeletals, blood circulation, and relieving stress and tension from your body. Thereon after, we'll take you upstairs, have a beautiful treatment with the therapist, a full body aromatherapy massage just to rejuvenate you again.
It sounds exotic. I'm ready to dive in. We started off with the soy candle treatment. This one involves melting of the candle and then massaging the oils into the body. Truly incredible and out of this world. In the Rasul chamber, it feels amazing to use the sugar scrub to exfoliate my skin and top it off by moisturizing or adding moisture into it by using the mud. One thing about me and the work that I do and what we have been up to the entire day, on my feet, very active, very engaging in terms of my full body. This is the one time where I just let go and allow the masseuse to do their thing. Chef Bradley, I'm so excited to meet you because we're about to dive into my favorite thing, the food. Please walk us through the menu.
So in evenings, we actually have dinners here, which caters for all of our guests here. And we also have a la carte and room service. We also have some specials that we run every once in a while, just for our international guests, just to show them what Africa's all about. Like one of our special dishes at the moment is a chisanyama platter, which I know you're gonna love.
Of course. I have to ask, right, what does the perfect chisanyama plate look like?
Obviously, it has to have the pop with the spicy chakalaka, some fried wings, and a fillet steak.
The food was extraordinary, both in flavor and presentation. I mean, you could never go wrong with a South African chisanyama. I couldn't have asked for a better welcome than here at the Protea Hotel by Marriott OR Tambo Airport. This truly is the perfect choice for anyone looking to maximize their time between meetings and business.
I absolutely love seeing Kuhle just living her best life in between the go, go, go. Now, whether you're on a quick layover or an extended business trip, this hotel has everything that you need for a seamless stay. All you have to do is stay up to date and sign up at a Bonvoy member. Marriott.com is where you find all of that. And make Marriott or Protea Hotel by Marriott OR Tambo Airport your next stop. We will see you after this very short break. This is the time to grab your breakfast if you haven't already, and some more feel good on the other side.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Indeed, my lovely. And this morning, we're getting into a wild adventure with Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. You know, it plays every Saturday at 6:30 on S3. However, this morning, we're getting into a little bit of a game, right? And we're going to be showing you just how competitive we can be. Johannesburg versus Cape Town, all right? This is a storytelling game, a tropical one, where you will find us telling you a young story based off of what is in these bowls. So what we're going to do as a team, right, Rox, is we are going to pick out one flavor along with one prop, and then we have to tell a story for 10 seconds, and then it is up to the next person to pick out and then try and continue the story.
Okay, let's make it spicy.
Please, I like that. And then what we're going to do is, right, we've only got 1 minute. We wrap it up, and then Cape Town's going to try and go up against us. Are you ready,
Bring it,
Rox?
Cape Town.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cape Town, are you
Bring
ready?
it.
Because we're ready. Let's do this.
ready?
Okay, here we go.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are. We are. Okay. Mr. Timer, start the timer. Here we go. Are you going to start us off, Rox?
No, you start first.
Okay.
You must feel the pressure. You must see what this is like.
Oh, wow. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. My words are, I have a beach hat.
Okay.
And what is it?
These nails.
An orange.
Okay.
Beach hat and orange, right? So, once upon a time, I was walking down the beach, and along the shore, I found an orange. I wondered to myself, where did the orange come from? I then looked to the sea, and I saw a dhow, and the dhow was floating far, but somebody was waving to me.
Okay.
I like my story.
Who is the somebody?
Yes.
Okay, slippers and flip-flops.
Okay, and?
Mango peach.
What are the chances?
That lovely... When I
But do they have
stared
to continue
into
with the
at
story,
the
or-
beautiful beach, I saw Bobby van Jaarsveld and Chad Jones, and they were both holding a mango and a peach. And I thought to myself, what a delicious tropical flavor. They then stole my flip-flops.
Okay,
They
I'm next.
stole them and
They
ran
stole-
away.
Oh, it's over. We're done.
That was the worst.
So they stole. No, it's not the worst. We did the best story.
They stole Bobby van Jaarsveld and Chad Jones. They
Stole the flip-flops.
They are criminals.
They are the opposite of Cinderella, okay? Do with that what you will. All right, Cape Town, it's your turn. What are you going to do with our Tropica game today?
I don't know what that was.
What we're
I
going to
don't
do
know.
with that game is beat you. That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to
So,
do. Okay.
Please, you and go
so
ahead.
I go first. Okay, so I have got flip-flops, just like Roxy. Yes. And orange, just like, oh my gosh. So there I was on the white sands of Zanzibar, and I'm walking along the beach with a beautiful orange sunset with the orange Tropica in my hand, wearing my favorite flip-flops that was not stolen. And all of a sudden I realized they were two different pairs.
Oh.
And the one is bigger than the other. And I did not feel, but then I decided they're so big I could water ski on them, and it was amazing.
Water skiing on the flip-flops. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, how? Okay, I've got mango and peach.
Mango and peach. Let's hear this mango story.
All right, and while Ewan was out there skiing on his abnormally sized flip-flops, I was just chilling, collecting some vitamin D on the shores with a mango, but not only that, a mango and peach Tropica in either hand, because a girl can never have too much, you know? And as I bit into this mango, I realized that it transported me onto the underworld. Into the underworld. It's your turn.
And what happened there, we'll never know.
We had like a crescendo.
We had a true crime drama twist.
Yeah, okay.
We had a
Okay, we've been told by the referees
We
that
took a dive
apparently
into the
Cape Town, you've
supernatural.
won this competition. Apparently.
Oh, who are the judges is the
Allegedly.
question.
I'm also leaving. Yeah, I also don't know. I feel like the judges are there in Cape Town. That's what I will say.
We just
Sorry,
got
can we
confirmation.
say that again?
Just say that again.
Say that again. We win!
What?
Thank you very
The judges on
much.
whatever. Yes, you
Sorry.
guys won. You know what? Sometimes,
Bye.
you know, Rox, as people who have enjoyed Zanzibar, you know, it's fine. You can win if
jealous.
you want.
They're
Yeah,
just jealous.
jealousy, it's
Yeah,
fine.
fine.
In any case, amazing Expresso family. Just like we went on this adventure of telling you a story, my friend, each and every one of the Tropica cans comes with a different story because of those delicious, vibrant flavors that they come in. And trust me, it is one of the best ways to enjoy your Tropica. Take it from us, okay? Okay, I feel like we would know as your tropical
Absolutely,
island of treasure, Zanzibar Bays. Thank you very much. And don't forget that you need to make sure you tune in each and every Saturday at 6:30 right here on S3 to check out what happens next in tropical island of treasure, Zanzibar. We told you there's drama, there's spice, there's
much.
everything nice, and it is all about you and coming on this journey with us. And don't forget, you can also catch the repeat on SABC 9 o'clock on Mondays. And just like that, you get to be part of all the lovely things that we do on tropical island of treasure, Zanzibar. Discover the chill of Tropica, the original smooth. Same great taste always. And because Tropica can, it's now in a can. Nothing smoother. Go on, try it now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3. We do have a couple of minutes left in your company. Before we get to some music, gear up for millions by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 792 for an estimated jackpot of over 2.5 million rand today, this Thursday.
Do not miss out. You heard Ewan right. The fixture list closes at 6:30 or 6:15 p.m. tonight. So play now in store on nationallottery.co.za. That's the website you can use, or even the mobile app for your chance to score big, huge, colossal, bigger than you could ever think.
Absolutely. Get in there right now and do so responsibly. All right, let's wind up the show and let's get into some music all the way in Josie with Zanele.
Yes, honey, we're winding it up the best way. Why? Because we're with a legend. It is Thammy Mdluli, and it is the lovely song that they are wrapping things up with for us. It's called Cape Flats, everybody! absolutely incredible. Cape Town, everyone, we love it. And we'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Bye-bye.
Another feel-good production.
Discover the chill of Tropica, the original smooth. Same great taste always. And because Tropica can, it's now in a can. Nothing smoother. Go on, try it now.